Welcome back to the Nerdrotic channel. My name is Gary Beekler. I am live in San Francisco, California, and I come to you from nerdrotic.com. And this is Friday Night Tights, where we talk about anything and everything. We lay some topics on the table, but we also talk about mostly what you want to talk about in the chat. We talk with you in the chat. Of course, super chats are welcome, but they are not necessary. We try to read all of what you ask us or comment to us in the chat. If you want to get our attention, make sure to hit @Nerdrotic channel. I am here with my co-host down in San Diego, Dennis Bethalkis. How are you, Dennis?
It's like we were just here.
I know. It's been so long.
It's very bizarre. You know who else is with us?
Who's back? Guess who's back?
It's Susan in Parts Unknown.
Hey. Hey, guys. Hi, Gary. Hi, Dennis. It's great to be back. Hey, everybody in the chat. Good to see you again.
No longer a con virgin.
No.
Was it gentle?
Well, yes and no. I'm gonna say it was medium. It was a medium thrust.
Oh. Wow.
Well, okay. Well, we heard we were ready to break you out of jail or bail you out.
We got a lot of bail money for you too. It was kind of amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, nothing illegal happened. Convicted, not convicted, never. But Friday night I was a bit, feeling good, and I had to find a panel, and that was an odyssey. So, yeah. Me and a policeman became kind of friends. So good times.
That's why you didn't get in trouble. I understand. It's okay. We've all had to do things like that, or maybe not all of us. Maybe just me.
No.
But
yeah, I haven't done that.
It's all right. I washed my hands afterwards.
It doesn't help. Sorry.
Man of action. Oh, man of action. She's not walking funny anymore.
No.
Oh, here we go. Should we talk about cocaine and what is it? They butt chugging already?
Butt chugging.
Start that this early.
Because it works for alcohol too. Just so you know.
Yeah, no, it didn't happen. Nope, not that.
It has been Oh, go ahead.
No, I just said I did it the normal way. We'll just say.
Okay.
The top and not the bottom. Let's just say that.
So it's been a crazy week. All of our Star Trek stuff. I've done plenty of Star Trek videos on the Anas Abdin lawsuit, and fucking it's about time somebody noticed. And it looks like the Metro noticed, and it looks like CBS might have noticed too. So maybe we'll get into that. And I do want to talk a little bit later about a random video that she did earlier today. She got triggered by a picture that, thanks a lot, random, triggered me too. So there's lots of stuff to talk about, but we can just dive into the news right now. What your choice, Dennis? What do you want to start with?
I'm going to start off with what you did a video on this already, but we finally got confirmation on it. It's official. Season 4 is going to happen for Mr. Robot in 2019, and it's going to be the final season.
The final season of Mr. Robot. At least it's going out on its own terms. Here,
exactly.
Pull up the article here, and this is from USA Network, so there's no doubt. I think Christian Slater was trying to get the word out to maybe,
soften
the blow, or try to get a 5th season, because I think it could really use one. I mean, they have a lot to tie up, but if you really think about it, where season 3 ended, that was finale like. It really was. It was like series finale like. They left a couple things open, but Elliot did kind of achieve what he wanted to achieve.
Yeah,
he got fucked over in the end, but we also have Elliot and Mr. Robot working together. We also have White Rose and her crazy time machine in Africa that we got to work out, and I think they're going to go there. Sam Esmail hinted strongly that a lot of the Reddit theories are true. And most of those theories were, about time and consciousness and how, basically time travel.
Yeah.
So, and also like really hinted it with the Back to the Future stuff. It was a great season. of television. So please go back and watch it. This is going to be probably late 2019. Here's the article.
Yeah, they're just starting now. They're starting to write now. Write that all the episodes. And I want to say thank you to Dakota Stan for the $5. June Cox video made me laugh so hard.
Oh my God, yes. Those chickies. Those chicas. Yes. Stay angry, my friend. It was hilarious. Please go check it out. I almost spit up my coffee this morning watching that. I did not expect that. That was very unexpected from our good friend Doomcock. Please subscribe to Doomcock, and also Mecha Random 42. I think I just saw her in the chat, right?
You did.
Yes.
I did. Hi, what's up, Mecha Random 42? Don't be sorry. I was gonna get triggered anyway, and it triggered that it's almost the same exact picture as the Doctor Who one that triggered me. But please subscribe to Mecha Random 42 and Midnight's Edge After Dark. Tom was nice enough to invite me on their podcast last Sunday, and that was a lot of fun. Hope we will do it again, and we will have Tom on again as well, and Rob and Mecha and as many people as we possibly can. We've got some ideas, and there's also the tribunal that we talked about this week. We need to plan some more on that, but that's coming. I can't wait. But yes, back to Mr. Robot. Yeah, I think it's good. It sucks that it's going to be delayed, and it's a good So I'd say a year, right? Probably.
It's a couple months away, because usually what they do is they start writing. They'll get a couple of episodes written, and then they'll start production, and they write.
But I mean, they're not going to release anything for a year. They got to do post production on that.
Yeah, probably.
I think it may be
end of
summer,
fall.
Yeah, fall or summer. Yeah, so that's a year from now.
Yeah,
yeah.
True.
And and hopefully we'll get like maybe some more episodes out of it. Maybe like a 13 episode season, because the last one was 10. So yeah, and you can find the article, and that's all the article says. It just says, hey, we ended on our own terms. Everybody's like, Mr. Robot's awesome. It's never been this huge rating success, but it's definitely a cult favorite. And it's been popular here. So
thank you. I want to say thank you, Movie Fan, for another $5. Susan, welcome back. So glad you're not a virgin anymore.
She's a born again virgin. She is.
No, I was going to say, when I read about Mr. Robot, I know people wanted to go on, but I think it's very classy of Sam to end it the way he is, because he feels like there's nothing more that they can contribute, rather than having it get stale. And that's rare in today's television industry, because everybody just wants to keep it going, even when it sucks. Because we can just look at regular broadcast TV and look at a show like Modern Family and go, it's past its prime, let's move on. So at least they're sort of realizing that.
Yeah, not every show is going to be, Supernatural, where you can just go on and still be pretty good, and it's good. And I want him to, if he's doing a couple of honestly, the Julia Roberts thing, Dennis and I both saw a trailer for that. It didn't really blow me away. Homecoming, but he's doing Metropolis. I want to see him do Metropolis.
Is he doing Metropolis?
Bad. Yes, he's doing Metropolis.
I didn't know he was attached to that. That was David Goyer.
No, he's doing, maybe he is, Goyer's attached to it, but he is definitely doing it with anonymous content. So that
okay, that changes my mind then.
Yeah.
But the thing is, again, it's supposed to be like the adventures of Lois Lane and Lex Luthor.
No. Metropolis, the Fritz Lang Metropolis.
Yeah,
Fritz Lang okay. Yes. God, I thought you were talking about the Metropolis.
No, not that DC garbage. Sorry, but more peripheral superhero shows. That's all we need.
I was kind of surprised that he was working on that. So I was like, oh my God, okay, if he's working on that, hell yeah. But
so real quick before we get on to the news. So what Random's video that triggered me, and definitely go check it out, was she did a picture. There was a picture. It's on the Star Trek Discovery Twitter page, but they did another one where it's all the captains lined up. And I'm not even going to show the picture because I'm a little paranoid of CBS right now. So, so you guys can Google it. You could go check it out. And it's all the captains, and then it's Mikey Spock right in front. And it's like, so is that telling us she's going to be a captain in season 2? And
wait a minute. Okay, wow, I'm getting ready to punch something. So they've got like her in front of the pantheon of great captains, and she's at the forefront. Well, that's a bold statement, right there, that she's in the front. And like you said, is she going to be a captain now? Are they trying to, I guess they're trying to do two things. They're trying to insinuate that her character is going to be amongst the greats, and then that STD really should be with Star Trek. And it is part of that world. I guess that's what they're hoping for.
Yeah, and they even threw in Chris Pine in the background too, which was bad enough, but at least he was in the back, right? So again, you could God, I'm so used to calling her Mikey Spock. I googled Mikey Spock. That's not going to come up with anything.
I want to say thank you to Mary Ashmead for $2. So glad to be here. It's been a rough week. I'm happy. That's what she says.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Right there with you, Mary Ashmead. I'm glad to be here too. I've been looking forward to this all day. And yeah, it's wow. Been a rough week at work, but we get those once in a while. We get those.
A rough month for me too. So
yeah. But here, I don't know. I'm gonna just show the Twitter one, which is bad enough, but this isn't the exact picture, but it's something like this because they can't. Oh, they took that down.
Really?
Well, that's good. Well, there's a million Star Trek Discovery Twitter, so I think it's Star Trek CBS. Star Trek CBS. There we go. I follow them all. Oh, nope. Yeah, they took it down. They put Star Trek Discovery now streaming on. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to take that down. So yeah, just go look at Random's video. It's and have a trigger warning. It'll piss you off. And the thing is, Random points it out so well that the fact that they're going to make her a captain after she committed treason, did some of the dumbest moves in Star Trek history. Basically, yeah, like even Random said, brought Space Hitler back from the mirror universe and then set her free and said, like, we can be friends now because you remind me of my friend. Yeah, it's
what?
Oh, I should really make you guys watch this because
it's like, hey, you made me eat somebody, but you know what? You're kind of cool.
You're cool. You remind me of my friend.
I hate this already.
Yeah, it's bad.
I haven't even watched it. I watched the first episode, and I hate it too. So
yeah, I saw it too. I'm like you, Dennis. I was like, nope. What the fuck with the Klingons? Goodbye. Can't watch this. I don't know what they're doing. And yeah.
I think the first episode when the three of us were doing this, the comments that we were getting was about me being really, really down on it. And it's like, yeah, well, that's because it's a shitty show. That's all.
Yes. Oh, I just so want that disco T-shirt. I'm looking at their Twitter. Oh my God. Ugh. Yeah. Let's talk about something good.
Yeah, let's talk about something good. So, sorry, I had to dig to find out what something good here is. Well, here we go. Here's something good, actually. So Disneyland, they're going to have a Star Wars land. Remember? They're going to have a cantina that's going to open in 2019. That's going to serve for the first time in Disneyland history. They're going to serve booze.
This is not good.
Of course, if they're showing the movies like the new trilogy over and over again, it's just going to be incentive to drink. And I think that's what they should do because that'll just increase their sales.
Well, there is a secret like club there.
Oh, I know. I know they're talking about Club 33.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're saying outside of Club 33, this is the first time to the public that they're doing alcohol. Of course,
it was never hard to sneak alcohol into Disneyland.
No.
You'd have seen the shit I snuck into that park. So yeah, that whatever. Maybe listen. Star Trek did this first. Okay, remember? The Star Trek experience at the Hilton in Las Vegas, and Melissa had a Cardassian cooler in oh my God, I'm blanking on his name now. Quark's Bar. Quark's Bar, and it's smoked and everything. They put the dry ice in it. It was awesome. And there was the Star Trek 4D with the Borg, which was brilliant. Oh my God, that was so fun. I'm so bummed that's gone now. God damn, and that's been gone for years.
Yeah,
Star Trek experience was so good. Yeah, so again, we're gonna have a whole theme park wrapped around like 2 good movies out of 9. So,
Really?
meh.
Excuse me.
I mean,
So
it will be kind of cool to go see the Cantina Band, but I mean,
yeah.
Well, they're also going to have stormtroopers come in and do random searches and things like that too, like harass people.
Ooh, frisk me, baby.
nice.
So that I'm kind of interested.
It won't be crowded, and there won't be a line like all the way to freaking Fantasyland or whatever. And yeah,
I just want to see some drunk go, you can't search me because I'm not the droid you're looking for, motherfucker.
yeah.
Oh God. Yep, that's
We don't serve their kind here.
We don't serve their kind here. He's cut off.
Yeah, but this is where like I don't know how they can do this at Disneyland. Disneyland is not big at all compared to Disney World. It's tiny. That's what part of the charm of it though. It's really compact, and you can you don't have to walk a mile to get everywhere. And they got rid of the petting zoo.
Yeah.
I'm kind of bummed about that. But
well, what they could do, because Silhouetted Animator just said, the blue milk. So they could actually combine the blue milk with the petting zoo, since we did see Luke, milk that whatever it was.
Oh, yes. Thank God they put that in there. And that's exactly why they put it in there. Jody says Supreme General Admiral Federation President Michael Burnham. Yes. She has multiple science degrees. She can fly. And
all-knowing, omnipotent Mikey Spock.
Yeah.
Omnipresent.
Hugh is her bitch.
Hugh is her
Yeah,
she needs to come on to STD and just blow that shit up.
Yeah.
The warp core breach drink. My wife said that was amazing as well. She tried them all in one sitting, Mecca. That's why she really enjoyed the Borg 4D experience. She's
wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
I was having to drag her around. She's all, look at the Borg. She wanted to touch them, and it was pretty funny.
Oh,
it's pretty funny. Yeah, my wife can knock a few back.
Carrie Dalton
can hold her liquor. Yeah.
I like her.
Carrie Dalton says, so it'll be just like Disney security during Halloween at Disneyland events.
That's what it's going to be. I mean, they might as well just make Disney security stormtroopers.
Yep. Well, they already are. So
they kind of are. Yeah. Should we talk about who's going to be in the Star Wars movie?
Actually, we can talk about who's going to be in the Star Wars movie. Well,
and it's not the first Doctor.
Yeah, he just got cast. And it's Matt Smith, who's been cast in an undefined mystery key role in episode 9.
Now, trivia. I don't know if I even know the answer to this completely, but it's going off the top of my head or pulling it out of my ass. But how many Doctors from Doctor Who have been in Star Wars properties? I think there's 3 that I know of. So, Peter Cushing, okay, because he was Doctor Who in the Dalek movies. Tom Baker was the voice of oh my God, what's the Gray Force thing in Rebels?
Oh, the Bendu. That's right.
Tom Baker was the voice of the Bendu, and now we got Matt Smith is gonna. I wonder, he's probably somebody from the Empire because he's English.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say he's Ray's father.
I want to see him as a villain. It's time. I mean, he's gonna play Charlie Manson in Charlie Says for Mary Herron, but I want to see him be somebody bad for a change.
He was in Terminator Genesis. He was Skynet.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, most of his role got cut out.
Yeah.
Like they cut out like 90% of the stuff he was in. And a lot of times he was just a CG dude. So yeah, he was barely in that. I love Matt Smith. I thought it was really good Doctor. Right. Yeah, during the last part of Moffat's good writing, and then his writing went off the cliff, and it was very sad. So, but yeah, like Matt Smith being in it's like, is it going to make me even watch this movie? No.
Jody says, "Oh my God, we're finally going to see the 11th Doctor use a Sonic to disable a lightsaber." Doctor Who Star Wars crossover for the win.
Fuck yeah! Well, okay, that would actually make me watch it, but I prefer the 11th Doctor and the Star Trek Next Generation comic book crossover when they had the Cybermen and the Borg, and that was was that good?
Wow,
that was good. Yes, check it out.
Well, speaking of casting, the WB brought in Oscar Isaacs, who's been in just about lately he's got like 4 movies coming out, for a mystery role in the Batman movie. We don't know what it is, but he did an audition for them.
I thought he denied it. So now he's coming out and said he did talk, or he denied being talk about Batman. I guess that's one way to get around it.
Yeah. He denied the Penguin.
Oh, now I'm hoping they're not going to put him as Batman. But when I read that the Penguin was coming back, I thought he would be perfect in that role. I think he would make a good Penguin.
He'd be good Nightwing. I think he'd be good Nightwing. If they did Nightwing, I think he'd be good. Not Batman, no. Heck no.
Well, the reason why I'm saying Batman, one, he's in every, like, there's 4 movies that are coming out in the next 3 weeks that he's in. And 2, Ben Affleck, of course, we know he went to rehab. He's back in rehab. They just said that insurance costs for anything that he's going to be on. So if you have like a $200 million movie, the insurance costs are going to be $100 million.
Yep.
For him in the movie.
He's been to rehab 3 times in the past 20 decades. But twice, 20 years, but twice
vampire
in the past year.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just sad in and of itself. But I don't think, did Affleck even want to come back? I don't think he did.
He's been waffling back and forth on that, whether or not he wants to come back or not. And I don't think he does.
I know. I think he does, but he also knows that he has this addiction thing to deal with, and he probably should deal with that first. But he has to know in the back of his head, like, you are losing the role of a lifetime here. Period. Like, you get to be a Batman, and you know, like, a lot of people were joking about this. It's not even funny to me, but I mean, you can joke about anything. It's cool. I don't care. But yeah, it sucks for him. And I thought he was a damn good Batman. So we're going to get another Batman, and God, you know, we're going to be so fucking lame with this casting. We're going to get like Bat Beta, you know, we're going to get Bat Boy or something.
Yeah, he's going to be.
Sorry, but that's what they're going to do. Batman is a freaking man. Okay. He's a big, muscular, strong man. He's 6'4", you know, 300. Yeah. Like, he's got to be a brute. And no, they're not going to do that. You know, Christian Bale was like as wafy as I want to see my Batman. Or fuck it, bring Christian Bale back. Bring him back.
You know, Ben is getting taken to task for being fat. They were fat shaming him in the New York, I think the New York Post, I want to say. No, the New Yorker, pardon me. They wrote an article on him on one of the movies, his latest movie, and he was on the beach, and you can see his tattoos and everything. And they were basically saying he was fat, he was out of shape. And then somebody asked him how he felt about it. And on Twitter, he said, "I've got thick skin and garish tattoos. I'm okay." And I looked at him, and he's not fat. I'm like, maybe by Hollywood standards, because like everybody is supposed to be like, you know, like a rail or something. I don't know. But I thought that was pretty stupid. But, you know.
Lee Mack, and I'm going to murder your last name, sorry, Ajax, says, I heard he's playing Black Mask for Oscar Isaacs.
Oh, that's cool. That would be cool. That's a good character.
Black Mask is supposed to be in Birds of Prey. That's supposed to be the villain in Birds of Prey.
Tied together?
Maybe.
Wow. Ken Jack Ben says he thinks John Hamm would make a good Superman.
Yeah, he's got the chiseled jaw. Yeah, definitely. He could probably even pull off Batman to a certain extent.
See, I would still like to see Henry Cavill come back as Superman.
Yes, most definitely.
And I would like to see Armie Hammer come in as Batman, like he was supposed to be originally.
He'd be okay, but he's still kind of
not gruff enough.
Not gruff enough, because Batman's like chiseled. You know, he's a very handsome man, but he's chiseled. He's gruff. Armie's pretty. He's a pretty Man. Back to Movie Fanobi said that's the at Nerdrotic channel. Star Wars episode 9 casting call. Hire British people, hire ethnic people, hire JJ's friends, hire Lando, reshoot Chewbacca, reconnect plot threads with episode VII with you mean episode 8 and episode 7 because we lost all the plot threads in episode 8. Lightsabers fan served. Bring back Luke, and you also we want a digital Leia, which they said they were not going to do. So, they're using old footage, and they won't CG any of it.
Yeah, they said they will not even her daughter, because they were talking about having her step in for her, and basically CGIing her face over her.
God no.
Yeah, and kind of like what they did with Tarkin.
So Leia will be in it like a minute or two, like that. Yeah. She's not going to be in the movie very much.
I'm just here to die.
Yeah, because if they can't, if they're like insisting on not using body doubles and CG, then like it's going to be really hard to connect scenes. Yeah.
Over Easy says they think that Tom Hardy would make a good Batman.
Yes, Tom Hardy can do anything.
How about Thomas Jane?
Play Mary fucking Poppins. I'd watch it. Okay. Tom Jane as Batman. Yeah. Ooh, I like that a lot. Older Batman. Hell yeah.
I think 10 years ago, Tom Jane would have been awesome, but I don't know about Tom Jane now. I like him
when it's in, but if they're gonna go, I don't want them to go kid Batman. Okay, yeah, he's probably a little old for it now, but at least mid-30s, late 30s Batman for sure, not 20-something Batman.
Wow. Stephen Eames gave us $2. Thank you. Says Dominic West as Batman.
Oh my god, I love Dominic, but I don't know if he's a Batman type. He's a little too. I don't want to say he doesn't fit the profile for him. Now, he would make a good Bruce Wayne, but not Batman. I can't see that.
Yeah, I can't either. I can't think of anybody right now that would actually be a good Batman. I mean, like I said, Armie Hammer right now for me would be a good one, but I'm not. I can't think of anyone that would be good. Ed Brewer says Kevin Hart is Batman.
They were talking about this a little bit on Midnight's Edge, but Idris Elba. I'm going to call it right now. Somebody's going to cast Idris Elba as Batman.
Batman, sure.
Oh yeah, here we go. Silhouette Animator says there's leaked photos of the Doom Patrol.
Viking Bitch, thank you for the $2. She says, "Can we get some drunk Susan at con stories?" I'm sure she erased all the video evidence of that and smashed the cameras that they were taken with.
Yeah, I went all Sean Penn on them.
I'm sure. Yeah. Stormy Scott says Tom Clancy is executive producer of Jack Ryan. He has been dead for 5 years, so Carrie Fisher can work on at least a couple more movies. This is true. Yeah, Nella Shadow. Thomas Jane as refers Flash would be awesome. I think that would work very, very well. As Eobard Thawne, yeah.
Tom Jane could he could do a lot of things. He's another guy I would like. If I was a director, he would be cast in every one of my movies. He'd be my favorite actor. I'd find something for Tom Jane. It's a damn shame he looks like a throwaway character in Predator. I hope he's not, but he's barely been in the trailer. He finally showed up in a trailer in that newest one.
Yeah.
I still think that movie's going to be, I don't think so.
I don't know. The latest trailer, since we're talking about it, we had the latest trailer of the Predator that finally came out, and I was like, where in the hell was this trailer hiding? This is the trailer. It should have been released way back when the first trailer was released. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Thomas Jane, his lines in the trailer made the trailer for me. They made it more of, they had more action in it, and they didn't have it like a drama, and they put more comedy into it. And I think that was the right way to go, like you said, Dennis. They should have made that the first trailer.
Yeah.
But I hope they used Jane because he is hysterical. Even his just like 1 or 2 lines that he had, they were perfect. So good.
He's a Harrison Ford type. He's a Harrison Ford type, and one of the last of the Harrison Ford types, where he's charming and a little gruff around the edges, a little flawed, kind of handsome, and and funny, and everything wrapped up. I mean, he's the reason The Expanse took off. Okay, I mean, we got to love the other characters, but our hook was Tom Jane, and that's what it was meant to be. And Miller, and fuck, that was great. So yeah, Jody says Batman is supposed to be, back to Batman real quick, supposed to be the pinnacle of human athleticism. He's basically Olympic level, or supposedly. So they need to cast somebody who can evoke that physically. Yeah, he's peak human. He's peak human. And and you also have to be a damn good actor. And for once, Matt Reeves has been giving us, we're going to do the detective Batman, which a lot of people could say that, but that could get boring. That's going to be tough to do, because there's going to be people out there going, I want to see Batman fight, and why
isn't there fighting? Why isn't he smashing someone's face in?
But it's, it's got to be, I hope they do try to go back and do what Burton attempted to do in the beginning, was go a little noir with it. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Just don't go year one, please. No. Do not go year one. I want an established Batman with established bad guys. We don't need to see anybody's origin. I want to see him fighting the freaking Joker and the Penguin and the Scarecrow and Killer Croc and all of that, In
that article, I think, Gary, they mentioned they were going to use some elements of year one.
Yeah, I read that too. And I'm so year one out. I'm sorry.
Matt Reeves actually said he loves year one. He says, but he's not using that.
Thank God.
Yeah. We need we've seen the Suicide Squad. We've seen so many DC characters in their TV shows and their movies. What we haven't seen is a real Batman. We've gotten some good Batman movies, but I wouldn't call that like your real Batman. I'm still waiting to see the ultimate Batman movie, where he's animated series. That's the way I see Batman. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Nyla Shadow, I agree. It says, I thought Thomas Jane was great. Was a great Punisher. Was I the only one who liked the 2004 movie? No, you were not.
No, you were not. Not even close.
Yeah, he is the best Punisher. So, well, I mean, John Bernthal's good too, but we haven't seen him be the Punisher as of yet. We'll see what happens with season 2 here. Hopefully
when it comes out, which is
end of the year.
End of the year, so they're going to come out with 4 series this year.
Because next Friday is Iron Fist season 2,
and then in October is Daredevil, right? It's October or November. I
believe October. So. Yeah. So and then and that's right. Punisher is next year. I take that back. It's beginning of next year, February of next year.
What I thought. Yeah.
Jody says, "Why not the Long Halloween arc, Gary?"
Hell yeah. Give me that. That would be perfect. That you could start everything through that, and don't even worry about putting Batman in an extended universe. Just establish Batman, because that's the one thing we haven't seen is an established Batman. We've seen Christian Bale's Batman, which is it's all right. It wasn't great. It was pretty cool. Nolan made films with the Batman in it that were very entertaining, and but not Batman. They still haven't did it. Burton, it was his version of Batman. I want to see DC's version of Batman, not Tim Burton's or Chris Nolan's or Matt Reeves or Snyder's. I want to see DC version of Batman.
Alan Sparks says, give Val Kilmer another shot. No, he's 58 years old and he's also ill. He just finally got into semi shape for the Top Gun 2 movie that he's
God. Yeah.
He's had cancer.
So. Yeah, he's had cancer, so I don't think that's not something for him.
It'd be nice, man, in a perfect, back when he was younger and he would have had a better chance with a better writer. That would have been fun. Mm-hmm. He would have been a good Batman. He really would have.
He was a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he was decent in a just a
bad movie. That's all it was. Yeah. Weird. Slurmy Scott says Thomas Jane admitted when he started out he wasn't above accepting dinner from a gay man. Dinner is in quotation marks, by the way. Now that took courage, my hero, and then in parentheses next to Dennis. Thank you, Slurmy.
Nice. So Batman will be pitching Coca-Cola and BMW car ads during the next movie with John Hamcast. Yes, Artemis. Or narrating Legion.
Luck.
Narrating Legion.
Mm-hmm. And he'll stop at Starbucks.
Oh my God, Viking bitch, this is for you and you, Dennis. I am not kidding. Okay, I'm not kidding about this. I was walking to the gym, and there's a lot of homeless guys here in San Francisco and gals. Okay, very unfortunate. And the guy is like, he's like yelling. You can't understand his saying. He's all then all of a sudden he goes, "It's always blue," and I went, "What the fuck?"
Oh shit!
I dropped my phone. I was like, "What?"
No, it is always blue.
Not just say that. Oh fuck! And I'm like, "Is that a?" And I even went to my phone. I'm like, "Is that a saying from something else that maybe I just didn't catch?" Nope. It's from fucking Legion. I was like, holy shit,
man!
It's David. He's right there.
He's in multiple realities right now. Jody and Viking bitch. Yes, Val Kilmer did have cancer, I believe, throat cancer, and I believe that's why he was wearing scarves and things like that. He was doing some chemotherapy and was having little issues there, so he was swelling up a bit.
Yeah, Jody. Okay, so what Jody's saying here is what you need to lead up to, because this is where DC could actually one up on Marvel. And I say this as a Marvel guy, okay? But DC, the one thing they have is they have the gods, basically. So Jody says, I want to see Kingdom Come adapted. That's what you lead up to. You basically do your little shared universe. Don't have everybody so connected. They're in the same world. It's a big world. They could talk about each other, maybe occasionally talk on the phone, but lead up to Kingdom Come in some way. You'd have to change some stuff, but that would be what you at least you end your first phase with. You can do other things too, but that's I would love to see that. Done right, of course.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because it's an Elseworlds as far as I'm concerned. Kingdom Come,
Well, yeah, no, it actually is an Elseworlds, but you could still make. Well, so is Dark Knight Returns, and so is most of their good stories.
Yeah,
most of their good stories outside of their whatever their current main universe is, but you can work it in.
Actually, what I would like to see is what the animated Superman did. Is again, you start off with an established Superman. You don't have to show Krypton exploding again. We don't need to see parents dying anymore. I mean, come on. We know what they're. It's 80 years now, man. We know what happened. Start off with Superman, and he's busting some, intergang is what it is. He's busting intergang who has this technology that they're getting from Darkseid. Because we're agents of Darkseid, actually. And that's what he's investigating. It's like, where the hell are these street level criminals getting this advanced tech from? And having them go down the rabbit hole. And you have a couple of movies. The way they did it was actually really nice. You could actually do 3 movies where the third movie is the introduction of Darkseid.
And I love Darkseid, but I would stay the hell away from him right now because Thanos. And everybody would just say, Thanos. It's Thanos. How come Thanos is in the DC movie? Or people would walk out going, it's cool that they put Thanos in a Batman movie. I mean, it's like, I hate to give shit to the normies, but so many people would say that. I would go completely different. Kingdom Come's pretty dark too. That's the thing is you can go Crisis too. There's a lot of things you can go to. I wouldn't go to a dark side. I'd stay away from that. But they really need to focus on the quintessential Batman because we haven't seen it yet. And we've seen so many other things. We've got multiple versions of Supergirl and Lois Lane and Lex Luthor. And we got like a little bit of Batman,
Jody says Speeding Bullets was an interesting Elseworlds where Kal-El's ship crashes in Wayne Manor instead of Smallville. So he grows up to be Bruce Wayne instead of Clark Kent.
Oh.
The Elseworlds are the best stories. They're brilliant. Oh my God, Red Sun and man.
Persian Scribe says, question for chat. Who is your favorite comic book villain of all time and why? That's even a good one for us too.
Yeah, go for it, chat.
Favorite comic book villain.
I am a Doctor Doom fan. I like Doctor Doom because for when he rules his own country, so he has a believable, base instead of just I'm a mad scientist who got really rich, but nobody arrested you or anything. Like, yeah, he's got Latveria. He believes he is right. Part of what he does for love. It's a weird version of it, but it's love. He loves his mom. He builds robots. Does it sound familiar? Yeah, I think, and plus he's, Darth Vader is kind of based on him. He is the ultimate villain. Love Doctor Doom.
Yeah, Doctor Doom is good. I would say for I'm not going to go serial comics. I'm going to go with a comic that had a beginning, middle, and an end. I'm going to say Ozymandias from Watchmen.
Was he a villain?
Yes and no, but I equate him with a villain. When you kill a couple of million people,
yeah, but was he worse than the comedian? It's so gray, Watchmen.
It's so gray. It is gray, but I consider him a villain. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, Vandal Savage is a good one too. Silhouette animator. Yeah. Vandal Savage, but is Vandal Savage really a villain? Because he's lived so long, he's seen people do the same stupid shit over and over again. He's just like, you know what? I'm taking control. This is what needs to be done.
I kind of dig Mysterio.
I like Mysterio too.
Yeah, Mysterio's good.
He's silly and fun.
A failed stuntman, failed special effects guy. Yeah,
I like that.
He was so good in the goddamn video game, the Spider-Man video game. Oh, God, it was one of the ones with Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, actually, the new game that's coming out on the 7th, the new Spider-Man game for the PS4, I'm going to pick that up because the way they're doing Mysterio on that one, I'm just like, okay, I got to pick this one up. The villains on it look awesome.
There's been a lot of good Spider-Man games. The old Ultimate Spider-Man game was good. The Amazing Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man movie was really good. Really, really good. Even the Spider-Man, I can't remember if it was the 1 or 2. That was a decent. The Spider-Man's had a lot of good games for superhero movies.
Yeah.
So.
Would have loved to. You should have seen a fan trailer that they did for the latest PS4 game that's coming out. The person that did it was a fan of the 90s Spider-Man and added the theme of the animated series to the trailer of the PS4. Pretty awesome. Check it out if you get a chance.
PC says you people are forgetting the Joker.
Oh well, yeah. He's classic.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I think the question would almost have to be besides the Joker. I mean, the Joker's kind of an obvious on the nose choice. We ought to go.
Stephen Ames also says Magneto as well.
Yeah, Magneto. Plus, the Joker. Yeah, he's the ultimate.
Yeah, and Carrie Dalton says, "Can't believe no one said Harley Quinn." Harley's not really a villain, though, is she?
What they've done to her lately. Are you talking about animated series Harley Quinn? Sure, yes, I will agree with you 100%. What they've done in the comics, making her an anti-hero.
And now she's going with Birds of Prey, the movie. Margot Robbie, she's gonna get a girl squad now and kick ass. Yeah,
Margot Robbie was really good as Harley Quinn. I mean, she was great as Harley Quinn, but.
Yes, Mary Ashmead, Atari did do a Superman video game back in the 80s. And it was basically 8-bit, and you flew around and you destroyed little crap as you moved up and down. It was basically Defender. But with Superman.
Yeah, one of the greatest lost opportunities of all time, Fickle, was not seeing Bruce Campbell as Mysterio in Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
Well, that I just answered Fickle about that. Basically, Bruce has come out and said that, no, he was never approached by Sam to be Mysterio.
Yeah, he'd always talked about it, but
even though the art that came out 2 years ago suggested it was him, Sam never made a formal offer, though. And I don't know if Bruce would have done it because Bruce hates superhero movies with a passion.
Pickle says, can't forget Galactus. Galactus really isn't a villain. He's just a force of nature.
He's secretly my favorite, though. I have every Galactus action figure ever made because he's just ridiculous and cool.
And you know what I have at work? I have that big Galactus figure that remember we stood in line for at Con that year to get the one in the big bubble
Yep.
card. Yeah. He's standing there holding.
my favorite is the cheesy one that came with the Fantastic Four animated series, and all it says is "I hunger." I hunger.
I hunger.
I got to break him out. His prison somewhere.
Yeah, Susan. There was also talk about Bruce Campbell with all his cameos. That what they were going to do was make him be Mysterio, and that all those cameos in all the Spider-Man movies, the 3 Spider-Man movies, were actually Mysterio fucking with Peter Parker as Spider-Man.
Well, that would have been inspired.
Yeah.
Been pretty cool.
Yeah, Johnny Papa's Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conqueror got kind of murky. That was the only thing. Was he or was he not Doctor Doom? Or was he Apocalypse? Or, or did he father Apocalypse or Doctor Doom? It just...
He was Iron Lad, too, for a little while.
Yeah,
His future self was Iron Lad. Yeah.
It was just very weird. So, go back to the news here a little bit. We also have a new Disney streaming service, which is going to be called, now we finally got a name for it, called Disney Play. This isn't to be confused now with their new app called Disney Now, or any other channels, Disney XD, the Disney Channel, or Disney Kids. It's called Disney Play. And I liked a couple people actually in our comment section on Facebook mention they can shorten that to display.
So I read the article. I'm totally fucking confused like what is coming out, and because they are too. So it's going to be 3. What we were told by our inside source who was working on it said they want to do 3. They want to do 3.
I don't know why they're even doing this, because they're already in deep because they purchased Fox. Okay, so there's the first issue. Then they're going to lose, like they're dumping Netflix for their films and everything. They're going to lose revenue about $300 million there. Mm-hmm. And Wall Street's expecting them to turn a profit. They're not like Netflix, where they buy Netflix sometimes. So I don't know what their end game is. Is it to piss away money? Because it sounds like all their streaming services are basically the same damn thing. And if whoever's running Disney, I don't know, did they go to business school? Because it seems like this is just bad decisions all around.
They're running behind. They don't know what to do. We're gonna get back to something because I'm still seeing great villains coming up. So we will get back to that. Okay, yeah. Give me a second. They're behind. So they do not know what to do. They've put a ton of time into a platform, so they have thought about it. Mm-hmm. It's I think they do 3 because if a couple of them fail, they'll still have 1 to fall back on. But I can't say this enough, man. Like all these streaming services, we're going to get assaulted with them in the next 5 years, and they're not all going to work.
No.
And it kind of shocks me that DC is like one of the first. Well, CBS was the first. There's been other little ones out there, but CBS All Access was like the first rollout and kind of not doing very well.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not doing well at all.
And I don't think DC will do. I mean, DC doesn't require as many subscribers as CBS All Access needs Netflix subscriber numbers. Disney needs beyond Netflix subscriber numbers. They're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. It's like we're all going to say enough is enough. That's why we unplugged. We didn't unplug to pay fucking $150 a month on everything. It's just not happening, people.
You guys have to all get together and decide that you want to do all your shit together in one, and then have 1 month. If you want to charge $15 for one service that's going to have all your content in there, I'm talking all your channels, your streaming channels, CBS, Disney, all that stuff, I'll pay that. for that one streaming service. I'm not going to pay $5 here, $5 there, $7 here, $8 there. No, not going to happen.
Guess what? You can't extort us anymore. You can't say, well, this is the only thing that's available to you anymore, like cable companies did. We're still a little, some of us are still a little bitter about that, and we're not going to fucking forget. So yeah, I like what Dennis said. All of you get together, $15 a month, and guess what? You'd probably get a third of the country subscribing to you, and you make all your fucking money back, but that's not going to be good enough for you, is it? So sorry. No, I mean, yeah, you'll have jackholes like us with where we cover TV, but y'all are clever out there, and there's ways to look stuff that are completely legal. That, you know, it's going to eventually go a la carte, and that's fine. More money go to the creators. Yes. But yeah, this, you know, the middleman is gone, and now you got to, you know, you're doing direct selling to people. And quite frankly, some of the people who work at Disney have been kind of assholes to the fans lately. So good luck with that.
Not only them, but so the DC Universe thing, they had their little soft opening, I guess you could say, and it didn't go well. Carrie Dalton has actually just reminded me of this too. She said, speaking of streaming services, DC did a little live stream announcing theirs. I heard it didn't go well. It didn't. Everyone was asking for the Snyder cut of Justice League.
That's not what brought the DC service comments down. Did you do the one with Kevin Smith was on?
Yeah, the one that Kevin Smith was on.
That's not what brought the comments down. That might have been part of it. But,
part of it, yeah.
My favorite gate, you know, we've had Watergate, Comicsgate, Gamergate, Anusgate. Anusgate might be my favorite gate of all time. I am happy it's here. I'm happy it exists in the world. And if you don't know what happened, there's been a kind of a pissing match on Twitter between some comics people and some comics creator. And one creator decided to send pictures of his butthole to another creator. This creator is a former DC employee, and the one who sent pictures of the butthole is a current DC employee. So everybody was hashtagging Anusgate in the comments. I love the internet. And yeah, they had to, and it was on the suggestion of another YouTuber. If I'm getting some of this wrong, because I didn't see it live, but a guy named Cecil. And yeah, that that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And yeah, that brought it down. So they disabled the comments and I think the likes, and I think it's still up there. But yeah, live streaming is the Wild West, folks. It's going to be fun. So I can't wait for Star Wars to do that or something like that. That'll be interesting, don't you think?
Wow, Black Hole Gate for that?
Yeah, I don't know. Woo, that was funny though.
Man. Yes. Wow.
Oh yeah. So I was watching that whole thing go down. It was hilarious, man.
Man of Action. Oh no, go ahead.
No. Is that
Man of Action said we meme the shit out of it and make him look like a chone.
Yep. Anusgate. This is why I love the internet.
Man,
it's fun.
I think we lost Susan to the con crud.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So
was she coughing? She had to bow out. Was she coughing?
I don't know. I think she might have muted herself before it actually happened. She's a pro, that one, you know.
Yes, that's good. Well, she can come back. Do we have to invite her back in? Okay.
I might, maybe. Persian Scribe says, gotta love 21st century problems. Too many fucking streaming services. Yeah. It really is.
It really is. It's that's the problem. It's we're not going to pay that much. I'm not going to pay that much. And the thing is, we can jump in and out now. We're not locked into these stupid 2-year deals anymore. They're going to try that though. And you know, I did sign up for she's back. I did sign up for DC because it was a good deal. I'm going to admit that it was $70.
We're not locked in.
And I'm getting an echo.
Yeah, Susan, we're getting a little echo there from you.
There we go. And so it was like what, 70 something bucks for 15 months.
Yeah,
and it's the first year. I'll try it. You know, if I was like younger and didn't have a ton of money, I wouldn't touch this with a 10-foot pole. But you know, I got a couple of dollars. I'm not rich or anything. And plus it's good for the channel. Plus you get a lot of good old stuff. I mean, you're getting Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series. I mean, that right there is worth it for me. And you get some comic book stuff, and you actually can like get some action figure deals. That's what I'm talking about. That's pretty good. Now that Titans trailer, not very good. Not very good. Did you see the new picture of Firestar, by the way?
I did not see the new picture of Fire.
It's not an improvement. Starfire. I'm sorry. Did I say Firestar? Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Starfire. Yeah, it's not an improvement. We'll just say that.
Wow.
Right.
It absolutely is not an improvement at all. And I think, yeah, before you get mad at us, the fans, I would take that costume designer to task, because you want to talk about like fucking, like, I'll just come out and say it, a little bit of racism there, maybe. I mean, like, why on earth would you do that? A fur coat?
The fur coat thing.
Fire in her name. Why would she have fucking a fur coat on, or even a fake fur coat? It's gonna catch on fire for one.
Urban Edge.
Yeah, you know, the thing is the character Starfire, she likes to be naked. That's
she likes to be naked, but yet they have her in a fur coat. That's great. We're waiting on that character.
She normally wears a very skimpy outfit. I'm going to say that right now. And it depends on who draws her. They've covered her up in various different things, but putting this fur coat thing on her, it was just, as Man of Action says, 42nd Street Starfire.
Yeah, that's horrible. And then like, we're assholes for pointing it out. We're like, dude, that's not a good look. It really isn't. You know, like, put her in her fucking costume. She's got she does have a costume. They've made, a less skimpy one that they can use. Go the Marvel route and put everybody in like basically motorcycle fucking leathers, and you're fine.
Yeah. That can be sexy.
Or some Kevlar or something. Yes, it can.
And it's just, I mean, she flies and she shoots bolts out of her hands and out of her eyes.
In a fur coat.
In a fur coat. And boots that, I mean, like, nothing she's wearing looks like you can do any kind of, Foxy Brown looks like you can do any kind of fighting with. I mean, if it was Foxy Brown, like, fuck yeah. Foxy Brown.
Philip A. Demick said the really sad thing about PlayStation Network is is that Powers had 2 stellar seasons and nobody saw it. I did. The MC Diamond was the MC from District 9. Yeah. Charlie Coplow.
Charlton Coplow.
Thank you. Him.
Yeah,
he was actually the main character.
The show looked pretty good, but there was no way I'll probably buy that on physical media and watch it later at some point. But and Johnny Pops with the HBO, and there's also the other streaming services like DirecTV Now and Sling, and you could jump. What we do here is we'll sign up while a show is on that we watch, and the minute that show's over, we're out, we're done.
Thank you, Cobra Viper, for the $2. New subscriber enjoying your channel. Welcome aboard.
Welcome. Thank you so much, the Cobra Viper. We're pretty chill here. We're a good bunch of people. So thank you very much. All are welcome. Step into the light.
I don't know. I think all these streaming services, there's been a lot of predictions that what's going to happen, like you guys said, is everybody's going to be paying like $4 here for AMC Premiere, like $9 for Stars, what have you. And eventually people are just going to say, screw it, and go back to cable and just get a cable package, because it's going to add up to what a cable package is now.
Yeah. I would never go back. I think it's either that or screw it. There's also the one thing that none of these articles seem to mention. It's YouTube. Nobody mentions YouTube. YouTube is the second most searched thing in the world. And more people are watching live streams and coming into live streams. And like what was brought up in our chat is like these big companies are going to think, oh, look at all the kids are doing live streams. We could do live streams now. And then they're going to disable their comments, and then nobody's going to watch their live streams, because the reason people watch live streams is because we can talk to each other. And this is something they were not prepared for at all. I mean, it's my theory that every time we go on a recap now, because we go on recaps quick. And Susan has mentioned that they were really big on they being the TV shows were big on embargoes, like giving them 24 hours for a review. You couldn't drop a review, and I noticed that Better Call Saul doesn't do that. But they can't control us. They can't control us from popping on right after, and that's why like every time we do a recap now, it's demonetized. Now it's gone in hours because they realize that it's just they're like, we're not worried about that guy.
What YouTube needs is YouTube could be a future of programming, but they need some visionary to come into YouTube. I don't know in what capacity, and start a production company or whatever, and then go from there. But it needs to be a name, because YouTube is like a gold mine.
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but they hired somebody on right before Cobra Kai came on. And she was actually the one who got Cobra Kai in, and then she's starting to add more and more stuff to the YouTube Red, or not YouTube Red now, it's called YouTube Premium.
Cobra Kai is the only thing that's even come close to working for them. Their other shows are just not even worth even talking about, because they started out trying to use YouTube personalities to make shows, and
that failed.
Wow.
Yeah.
But Cobra Kai is the gold standard of reboot now of whatever they're doing, of bringing stuff
back. Beautiful.
Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. It's wonderful. But I think that's I think it's kind of lightning in a bottle. Broken clock is right twice a day kind of thing. I'm not a basher of YouTube, but the only time they've ever changed stuff is when Twitch started rolling around, and all of a sudden we're getting changes that are really good. The problem is they've really done a lot of squashing of the new people. So as some of you may have noticed, that those of us who got in at the right time, which was about a year ago, we've been doing it longer, but like we got serious a year ago. So there's a group of us who are all kind of together here, like Mecca's here and stuff, and Doomcock, and I Love Comics was about a year before me, and we're all growing now because we got in right before they did that ridiculous rule change of
that capping,
where you have to have 1,000 subscribers to get monetized and stuff, which is like, I'm sorry, that's petty as fuck, because the money you get from ads is like next to nothing, really. So like all you're doing is hurting yourself on that. And it was an overreaction for some, you have something this big, shit's going to slip through the cracks, and some horrible things are going to get on. I think I am totally comfortable with that sneaking on once in a while to get the good that we get out of this. Okay. I am totally fine with my kid accidentally rolling across something that's horrible. I can talk to him about it, make sure he never sees it again. So we keep getting the new fresh stuff that we're actually getting from just regular old folks here on YouTube. And this is what I'm watching most of the time now. It really gets in the way of my television reviewing, to be honest with you, because I'm watching other YouTubers.
Darth Barbecue says, got an email from CBS to get a free month if I subscribed. Used to be just a free week.
Ooh, a free month. That is desperation. And that means that they have nothing. I mean, if Star Trek Discovery is the only thing, that's what I said in the previous videos. That's why we brought back Patrick Stewart, and they're talking about 5 other Star Treks. Because if Star Trek Discovery was such a goddamn success, they wouldn't want to put anything in competition with it in any way, shape, or form. And yes, it's competition. Even if they don't put it at the same time, it's Star Trek competing with itself.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And yeah, Becca, I make next to nothing in ad revenue. Ad revenue is it used to be okay, but they've really kind of taken it away, and that's fine. The only reason we monetize at all is for exposure. Otherwise I wouldn't.
Johnny Pappas says, I talked to a Cox Tech the other day. Cox, by the way, is a cable company for those of you out there.
Unfortunate name.
Yep. And he was telling me that they won't have cable boxes and everything will be streamed on a stick.
Stream on a stick. Is that like hot dog on a stick?
That like meat on a stick?
Well, will they have like cute little uniforms when they come in and those big high hats and have stream on a stick? Yeah.
They'll bounce up and down.
When they were making the lemonade, that was so terrible.
Dude, I still have flashbacks to that. And when I lived in Davis, the businessmen that would go and sit in the food court and all sit facing hot dog on a stick when it was time to make the lemonade. That's all I'm going to say.
Just a lot of kids through puberty. Okay.
Oh my.
Yeah. And to remind you, the mall in Sacramento is right near the legislation, the Capitol building, where all the suits. So it was mostly those guys. Just so you know, those. Yeah. Anyway, back over to news. And also, so the DC streaming service that we're talking about, the DC Universe, is going to premiere on Batman Day, which is September 15th. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Neither did I.
Yeah, and Titans is going to premiere on the service on October 12th, so almost a month later. And they're going to have their first episode actually premiere at New York Comic Con in the meantime on October 3rd.
And it's going to be weekly.
It's going to be weekly, yes.
So we will be covering Titans right after we just talk shit about it. But yes, we will be covering it. Yeah. I just put it. Oh, thank you, Movie Finobi. $1.99 listening, but long day. My wit is outwitted. Good night. Oh, good night, Movie Finobi.
Night.
You keep listening, though. We'll tell you a story while you go to bed.
Would you like to see your story?
Yes. YouTube is still trying to figure out a formula to turn them into an honest to goodness TV service. They need to just let us do what we're doing and they will be fine. Trust me. Brian Smart says, Nerderotic, have you seen the Platoon of Power Squadron here on YouTube? Low budget superhero series. I have not, but I will check it out. I'm going to write it down. I'm a big fan of this. I've been watching more and more of Star Trek Continues because I haven't seen them all. So yeah, I'm digging the fuck out of that.
Alan Sparks, to answer your question, no, we have not. We will be getting there.
So. Oh, about Blade. Yes, we will be talking about Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Which, yeah, it's kind of non-news, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
I have different opinion on that.
Yeah. Why don't we just talk about it? Why don't we do it now?
Let's talk about Blade.
Let's talk about Blade. So Wesley Snipes, every 2 years or so, decides to say, hey, they're making a Blade series with Marvel. So he had a meeting with the Marvel heads. I don't think it was Kevin Feige. It was actually just some Marvel executives where he discussed that he wants to do a Marvel series, a Blade series for Marvel again. And they were like, well, it doesn't fit in right now with our MCU, but we'll keep you in mind for the future. Is what they say. That's what they keep telling them every couple of years. And people started running with it, like the Nerdist and all this stuff, saying, hey, they're making a series for the MCU. It's like, no, they're not. They just talked about it like they talk every couple of years. And they told him that'd be nice, but it doesn't fit in with our plans right now, maybe later.
I'd go back to, I'd take Wesley Snipes and put him on a TV show. I wouldn't make a movie out of it. His movies are great. I love Wesley. I'd love to have him back. And I also think this is, I think it's the right time for him to bring this up, because if it's ever going to happen for him, it's now. There's a lot of proof in that pudding. They can, there's a lot of stuff he can go to going, listen, my movies helped start this out. We're coming full circle here. You can like connect my movies to the MCU. People would fucking love it. People would just fucking love it. I don't know. You're having to sell a new Blade when you don't need to. And
this just reminds me of when I was reading what Wesley was saying about it, and they keep revisiting it and they keep getting these ideas. And, Wesley said, well, we have other things in our pipeline. As a production company, we have things we want to do kind of to mitigate the fact that right now nobody's biting for Blade. And I hate to throw this comparison, but it reminds me an awful lot of Evil Dead. What's going on now with it? Where's the franchise going? Everybody's talking. Nobody's really saying anything. It just smacks of that to me.
Well, also it's an R-rated franchise is really what it is, and it doesn't fit into the PG-13 view of the MCU.
Yep, and they can't get it on Netflix now because they're going to the streaming thing. So maybe he missed the opportunity. But if Marvel nutted up and did a rated R Blade movie with Wesley Snipes, it would kill. It would destroy. It would make so much money.
Yeah, it would.
It would make Deadpool money. It would do so well.
And
So,
he could do it for a lower budget, like he's done before. That's
and then
the whole thing.
And fitting it into the MCU. I mean, just they don't even have to really do anything. All they have to do is say it's in the MCU and have like a building in the background. Just pick one, and yeah, that's it.
I did hear one thing though is they were talking about the way that he could be introduced back into the MCU kind of tangentially. That's what it is. It's kind of like Ghost Rider was for Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is bring him in there. Ugh. I know. That's what I said too. And I was like, no.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is it doesn't fit. It's the only thing that doesn't fit with everything else of the MCU.
Yeah. And
what was that, Susan?
I know. I'm just curious as to, Deadpool's pretty edgy. I don't understand why we can't have R-rated movies in the Marvel universe. I don't get why.
Well, I think they're going to. Iger said they were not going to. I mean, this is what he said. I don't know if it's true, but he said they were going to continue with that. They're not going to make Deadpool PG.
I hope so.
Dead. I mean, it's going to be dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Blade and the Defenders crossover. Hell yeah.
Blade and Spider-Man. That's really what.
That would be interesting, though. But I don't know how.
Well, they'd start going supernatural. So you actually introduce Blade in Doctor Strange. Okay. So you make it that way and bring back a proper Defenders Man of Action, like the real Defenders.
Yeah.
With the Hulk and the Silver Surfer and Submariner. Where in the fuck is Submariner? Where is the Submariner?
Yeah. Wasn't that part of the FF? Fantastic Four?
His rights are with some private production company.
And that's another issue. All of these films have rights issues. 50 bazillion people have their hands in the mix, so to speak, and then they can never get anything done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Defenders with Spitfire. Yeah, Carrie Dalton, the real Defenders. With Valkyrie, like the proper Valkyrie, and Nighthawk. And.
Actually, man, I've actually said Blade, Spider-Man, and Darkhawk.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Blade and Constantine, Bishop Pack says.
That'd have to be a crossover, but I'd watch it.
Yeah, that would be good.
Well, you could do Blade and Man-Thing.
Oh.
That'd be a good one.
Nihilus, I don't know if it's Universal. I had heard, the last thing I heard, and I believe this was from Midnight's Edge, there was a private production company that has the rights to Namor, that they're screwing it up because Namor would then he's a big enough character to be separate. Otherwise he would fall under the Fantastic Four. But I mean, he could it's murky because he's the first mutant, so he could fall under the X-Men. But I'll look it up. I'll see if I can look it up. Dennis, talk.
Philip A. Demick. Yeah, we do need. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Dennis. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying. What we really should have is Midnight Suns.
Yes.
And that way you could bring Blade in, you could bring Ghost Rider in, Son of Satan, Demon Slayer, you could bring everybody in and just do a proper, like what Dark Justice was supposed to be, Dark Justice League was supposed to be. You could do it for Marvel instead and make that fucking thing rated R. Werewolf by Night, do it. Sorry, you're going to say, Susan?
No, I was just looking at the chat, and somebody made the comment about Blade and Buffy.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be that. It could work. It's a Fox property, so
yeah, I
Disney.
Trying to picture it.
So the only word from Kevin Feige, who doesn't say shit, is it's complicated.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe Quesada had thought that they had him free and clear. They do not. They are tied up with Universal and some kind of private production company. It's completely fucked up.
Jody, you can't do Blade and Etrigan because that is Marvel and DC again. You'd have to move heaven and earth in order to get that to be done. You could do Constantine and Etrigan, which would be awesome.
Yeah, and this article was back in April of 2018, so that's like the most recent thing.
Yeah.
From Screen Rant, take it for the grain of salt. So yeah, you're right. So, Universal, and maybe it's a situation where they could put them in a team movie, but they can't do a solo movie. Which honestly, Submariner works best. I mean, I wouldn't want to. I don't know about a solo Submariner movie. I'd definitely see. I think he would be best with. I would save him for the Fantastic Four if they do indeed have the rights to him. I would wait for the Fantastic Four and just bring him in that way. And that way you can connect all the mutants to him and everything. He could, that would be brilliant.
Alan Sparks, Hellboy is Dark Horse.
Hellboy is Dark Horse. And we are getting a Hellboy movie in January, right? Mm-hmm. How come we haven't seen a trailer? Oh, Midnight's Edge said something really interesting, that they've signed some kind of new deal, which they being the movie companies, where they can't put out trailers like 2 years in advance anymore. Like they drop them 6 months in advance now. So that's why we haven't seen anything Captain Marvel. I still think it's weird that we haven't seen a Captain Marvel teaser. Don't you think that's weird? Yeah. Blade versus Predator. Fuck yeah, Mad Ass. That's a great. Where's that comic?
I've seen what she looks like though on apparel. So there has been.
That has nothing to do with the trailer.
I know.
That has zero to do. Apparel is like bad Photoshop. Yeah, it's yeah. I just think it's curious.
Yeah, it's very weird
on it, but I think it's this is like something you should be pumping up. But I think I heard something about November when we get a trailer.
Hopefully. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Now they're doing that where you're putting 6 months as the time limit that before a movie comes out that you can show a trailer. I think this also goes in with another story that we have here where Solo and Justice League, the box office failures that they were, and they are box office failures, actually kill the idea of a cinematic universe as a business model for movie studios. And no, go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing with you. I agree wholeheartedly on that.
Yeah, and I believe what this actually goes into the trailers as well. When you're doing trailers 2 years ahead of time, and you're just pumping the shit out of this thing, and you're just keeping in the public's eye for 2 years, and then you release a shitty movie because you've pumped up everybody at this point, you've hyped it up, and then you release something that's just crap.
And movies aren't made for that either. We have a thing called television, for serialized television. That's where most superheroes belong. I will say that till the end of time. Yep. Because they're based on serialized storytelling.
Exactly.
So big event movies like Superman and stuff like that works fine. Avengers and but let's just think, how would Hollywood look right now if there wasn't superhero movies? Now there's the argument they're sucking all the life out of everything and it would be different, and au contraire. No, I think they have made they've put it on life support. I mean, because
Hollywood is there, it's tired. If it weren't for the infusion of the superhero movies like Avengers Infinity and then Avengers 4 coming, if it weren't for all that, Hollywood has no product. Let's face it, they don't have any stories out there. There's no films of note that I can think of where back in the day I used to be like, oh my God, I have to see this movie. This movie looks great. Nothing excites me anymore. And when I start to look at movies, like I watched Jon Favreau's Chef, and I know he's a great actor a great filmmaker on a larger scale, special effects. But when I saw how intimate Chef was, and it went back to his swingers days, I was like, we need more movies like that to counterbalance the superheroes, but we don't have them.
You mean you're talking about diversity?
Yes.
Wow, I just heard that.
Yeah. Big echo.
Bad echo.
I don't that's the thing is the best stories are on television, Johnny Pappas. I totally agree, and I don't think people are going to pay 10, 20, 15 bucks, go to a theater, pay for parking to go see Jon Favreau's Chef. I'm sorry, that's something that would be great on an independent film channel or some streaming service of some kind or another. Something a la carte that you can go find, or he should make this movie and put it on YouTube, turn on the ads, and you can make money that way. And I think that's where a lot of indie stuff is going to go. It's going to go right here.
I saw a great movie on Prime, as a matter of fact. Amazon Prime was Gringo with Charlize Theron and Joel Egerton.
Yeah.
And it's also got a whole bunch of other like little cameos of people in there and all that stuff. Kind of a low budget movie. I remember when it came out and I was like, oh yeah, I want to see that. And then I kind of forgot about it and it just came and went. Really good movie, like great movie. And that crashed and burned in the theaters because no one went and saw it.
No,
and that's not the kind of movie people are going to watch anymore. And there will not be this resurgence. This is the way it's going to be now. I'm sorry to report that, but like the movie theaters will go to mom and pops. I think these big megaplexes will probably end up dying, which sucks. But I like going to movies too. But it's just not the way it is anymore. And Hollywood needs to do a lot of things on a lot of levels to get right with the way things are changing. Like I don't know, rights to music and stuff. So if you want to keep making money with rights to music or stuff like that, you got to come way down into your prices, chill out on the copyright strikes on YouTube a little bit, and and work with a lot of the smaller people, because as a large group, smaller YouTubers are going to start outnumbering people producing TV shows and stuff. I'm watching Mr. Sci-Fi go through an odyssey right now, Mark Zickery, with trying to get his Space Command onto a network. And I just keep wondering why. I keep see him crowdfunding. He's got a YouTube channel. He's making this show. It's like, I think he's thinking too old school. It's like, dude, you got some in the can. Just put it on YouTube and monetize it there and keep crowdfunding it and see what happens. Because it's not good enough to get on a network, unfortunately. But I think if he keeps it going on YouTube, I think it could be something.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were creating my own thing now, if I were a producer, I'd be more likely to screw movies and go directly to cable, go directly to a Netflix, a Hulu, any of the streaming services if I had a series idea. Because that's where the quality is. That's where the good acting is and the writing. Because we're not going to, as much as I want to see a resurgence in independent film like the 90s, Gary's absolutely right. We're not going to see it because there's too much money that you have to pay out. Nobody's going to see a film like Chef. They might see it in an art house situation, but they're not going to pay to see it at a multiplex because everything is outrageously priced. I mean, it's like a small fortune to go to a movie anymore. It's an event.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know. I think television is the future. And, I think that's where a lot of products should go.
Well, Joel Cohen actually agrees with you on this, of the Coen brothers. Yeah. He was saying Netflix is, I believe their next movie is coming out on Netflix. And
nice.
In January, and they were saying, that's what they're seeing is with Netflix, there's a lot of diversity there in movies, TV shows, things like that, and you can get stuff made without having to go through the whole studio process, and you can get what you want made and still get it screened and have a lot of eyes on it. And they said the only thing that's bad about it is you're not up for the awards at all. You're not. Yeah. And they're trying to change that.
They are irrelevant. The awards are something you don't anymore. I could tell you, Hollywood, we might be a few years ahead on this one, but the Academy Awards mean dick. And they're never going to mean anything ever again. They are a 20th century model. Don't even worry about them anymore. You know what? Worry about the thumbs up and the 5 stars here, and you'll be fine. You don't need a fucking award. Fuck those awards. They're so stupid. They're like, and lately the awards have just been like, fucking political shill shit anyway. So, and that's what Persian Scribe said the same thing. Hollywood has just become a tool for propaganda, and they've not done themselves any favors lately. And not that whether you disagree or not, I don't go to I hate. I've always hated the term. This is an important film. This is the important film of our time. This film taught us that racism's bad. It's like, no, you actually didn't. And yeah, you pat yourself on the back and you put out crap like that. And as Robert Downey Jr. said in Tropic Thunder, you can just finish the rest of it because I won't completely say you don't want to go full, you know what? And that's how they get rewards, and that's how they congratulate each other. And it's freaking stupid. It's so silly. Yeah. And it's
just, and when you're mentioning like Netflix, and I can see where the Coen brothers would want to go there. You want to go to streaming if you're a creator, because when you're in the studio system, they're going to be breathing down your neck every 5 minutes. Everybody has a suggestion. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to get notes at the streaming services, but I think there's more creative freedom. If I were making a studio movie, I would just want to kill half the people there because they all have their own sensibilities. You might have an idea about casting and they'll come in and tell you, no. We realize that you want this person and they'd be a good fit, but you know what? Dakota Fanning is going to sell in China. So we need to do this. And that's where you don't have that. But conversely, if there is a damn good movie or, on a Netflix, fuck you, Steven Spielberg. Yeah. Let that movie get an award. I don't know, why he went on that big diatribe, except he's going through crotchety old man syndrome.
And this is the same shit that they pulled on him. Like, he could be the last motherfucker saying that stuff.
It's because he's now the establishment. That's the reason why.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. Hollywood is the establishment. That's it. They try to come off as anti-establishment, and it's not cool. And it's all shifting, and it's good. We're actually going to get a lot of good stuff out of this. It's going to take time to get there, but and the superhero movies are good, and these people like fucking was it Robert De Niro was bashing them, and now he's going to be in one. It's
Robert De Niro. Okay, I got to say this, Robert De Niro. I know you're not listening, but shut the fuck up. Just shut up. I don't want to hear you. He just makes me crazy. It's like every time he says something, I'm like, I just want to punch you, Robert De Niro. Shut up.
So that little movie that we were talking about that Robert De Niro is supposed to be in is the Joker movie. And we did get some casting news on the Joker movie.
Oh.
So Alec Baldwin was cast as supposed to be Thomas Wayne.
Thomas fucking Wayne.
Yeah. But he's supposed to be like an 80s characterization of a business mogul.
The Batman dad who died, that he went on not vengeance, but he went on a crusade against crime to avenge this father, this good father who was going to be an adulterer in this movie.
He was going to be, a tanned business.
He's going to be an adulterer sleazeball. So,
Trump-esque, supposedly.
Yeah, we weren't supposed to mention that part, though.
Oh, oops.
Yeah, we're not. That's one of the words we use here.
Oh, so. Damn it! Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
dancing around that one, but
no.
And then the next day, Alec Baldwin comes out and says, "No, I'm not doing that movie. You can find 25 other guys that can do that role just as well." And he goes, "My schedule's full." Basically meaning that he dropped it as soon.
He Jack Ryan himself.
Yeah, he did. He really did. He left that movie as fast as he could. I think it was within 12 hours of that.
I think he saw some of the reaction that he was getting, and he's like, I don't want to be, part of this. And he's smart enough. Some other actors could fucking learn from this. If you see the public reaction like that, walk away. Just walk away, and everything will be all right, man.
But it is unprofessional, though. I mean, it really is. It's like, how many of us, we'd never get hired again if we did something like that. Like if we went to a corporation and we took the job and we went on it for like a day and then left, I don't know. I thought it was highly
You
unprofessional.
probably read the script. I was a backer of this movie as long as it wasn't an origin film. It was like fine, be Elseworlds, but there's a certain like DC. Again, we have not seen the definitive Batman, so you're going to throw up some weird postmodern Thomas Wayne up there, and like you want to talk about confusing audiences. Yeah, the first thing people will go is why? Well, Batman's a fool. Batman's a fool for avenging this bad father. Oh boy, here we go. Bad father again. Wow, that's so fucking edgy.
Actually, Johnny Papa's Nicolas Cage would be a perfect shoe-in for that role. I could see him taking it to new levels.
Creative differences. Yeah, well, Alec Baldwin actually is somebody I wanted to play Batman back in the 80s. I was all down after seeing him with Beetlejuice and like 80s Alec Baldwin. Fuck yeah, I would have loved to have seen him play Batman before we
That's what The Shadow was about.
Before we knew what kind of guy he was.
Douchebag.
Yeah. Nice conversation with your daughter there, brother. Yeah. So yeah, no, I'm glad he's gone. But seeing everything else I'm seeing from this movie, I'm starting to have like zero hope for it. Like zero.
Oh, I had zero hope when they announced it.
It could have been fun, but they decided to make it something. They're making it. They're definitely. You want to talk about propaganda, man. They're really trying to go that way with it. It's just dumb. It's a dumb move.
Well, why do we need two of them? That's my question.
That's a great question.
It's overkill.
Well, see, in the comics, they don't have one. They don't have two. They're going to have 3 Jokers in the comics. Yeah.
You missed Mr. Robot, Marcus. We talked about Mr. Robot an hour ago, but we can reset it in a little bit.
So there are going to be 3 different Jokers in the comics, and supposedly Jeff Johns says it'll all make sense. It's like, yeah, okay.
Again, I like Todd Phillips as a filmmaker. Love The Hangover. Think it's great. Joaquin Phoenix, loved him in Walk the Line.
Yep.
I think he's great. I think he could be a good Joker. And if you're making it an Elseworlds, but you still have to like bring in the embodiment of Batman. Okay, you still got to make it feel like a Batman thing, even though Batman's not going to be in it. It's
And it's an origin movie of a villain that doesn't have an origin.
It doesn't have an origin, and that's one of the most special things about him is we don't have an origin.
Remember Darth Vader? Remember Darth Vader didn't have an origin really, except it was just whispered as, rumored, things like that. And then what happened? We got episodes 1, 2, and 3, which were what? Darth Vader's origins.
Well, we're also, Dennis, I heard from Universal, we're going to get Baby Jaws. Baby Jaws is coming out. We're going to see Jaws get born and be a little baby shark, and then eat little fishies and work his way up to being Jaws. Right. Yeah. Because that's the same fucking shit. No.
I mean, what we need? I'm going to do one better. We need to have the Quint story. We're going to do the background on the Indianapolis, and that's what we're going to do. And that's an Oscar winner right there.
Yeah, we'll learn how he learned how to swing. What he likes to swim with, like legless women or something like that. What the hell was that? Like, he could sing his little song. We learn like where he's learned the songs, all the songs that he sang.
Right. Yeah. Yep, I'm going to pitch that tomorrow.
Quit the early years.
The early years.
Oh, I like swimming with bow-legged women, and we'll find out that his mom was bow-legged, and then his first girlfriend was bow-legged. Yes.
Yeah. Marcus Kahn says, "Did anyone want? Is anything like Meg? Did anyone like Meg?" There we go.
I heard a lot of good things about the Meg. I did not see it at all. Again. Movie.
It came and went, from what I understand. I mean, the first 2 weeks
it did well.
I know the first 2 weeks did a lot, but now I think it's just kind of went. People saw it and they left. So,
well, and I know that Statham was not happy at all.
Oh yeah, he wanted it bloody.
The blood, yeah.
Yeah, and they changed it to a PG-13 movie with comedy. So yeah.
Too late. Nicolas Cage did Indianapolis.
He just did it while we were online here.
Yeah. Alan Sparks, that's a kind of a good point. A Quint story wouldn't be as bad as some of the shit we have seen lately. This is true. Actually, if Susan wrote the story, I'd be down for it.
All right, I got to get to work on that one.
Yeah.
Well, no, what you need to have is baby Jaws, Patrick Demick. What happens is they're swimming along in the ocean just fine with their family, and some bad humans come by and kill his family. And that's when he gets,
yes,
you know.
Yeah, they get some tuna fishermen, take his family away, and he's like, I'll get you with his little fin. I'll get you, tuna fisherman. And then you see Jaws training. It's a montage.
Exactly. I was going to go with the 80s montage. And he gets bigger, and he's eating bigger and bigger things, and finally works his way up to that woman that's swimming nude.
Yep. That's where the story ends. The end. Jaws, the prequel. In 4D.
Well, we just wrote a movie. We need to go pitch this. I mean, somebody's going to buy it.
Man. And it's copyrighted because we have it online.
There you go.
Meg was actually okay in certain bits, but I mean, it's not like anyone expected it to be the brilliant piece of cinema, right? No, I mean, if it was just a fun movie, I guess that's mission accomplished. There you go.
That's right, Johnny Pappas. It was some white male fishermen, some rich white male fishermen
who threw the freaking parents back after they pulled them in the net. They're like, and threw them back after they died. Yeah,
they took pictures with them, laughed, and threw them back
a little bit. And there's a little shark tear, and then shark rage,
and then he got it tattooed. He got a little shark tear tattooed on there.
A little scene of no with his little fins. Yeah. I will avenge you, my father. Then you find out like his father had cheated on his mom, so he wasn't that good.
Right, and then he'll be thrown into a dark world of turmoil.
Yes. I'm so disillusioned as a shark.
And then he'll realize that his mother and Quint's mother were both named Martha, and that just
they'll bond. Yep.
Oh.
They'll bond long enough for Quint to put that tank in his mouth and smile, you son of a bitch.
It'll be an interspecies bonding with a very, very deliberate message.
It is. Racism is bad.
Oh man. Where do we go on that one?
I don't know. Baby Jaws, I'm down.
Speaking of sequels and bad ideas, Big Trouble in Little China with The Rock.
Oh my God.
First, it was supposed to be a reboot, but now supposedly it's a sequel.
Is it a requel?
It might be a requel.
Yeah.
We've been seeing this a lot
about
lately.
this on Midnight's Edge about like movies we should not fucking touch.
Yeah.
And that's one of
this
them.
was one of my movies that you should not touch ever in any way, shape, or form. Touch. It's for one, you can't remake it, you can't recapture it. Everything about this movie is you got to be a fan of John Carpenter, and it really is the 80s personified, and Kurt Russell absolute charming the shit out of people. Yeah, Bigger Trouble in Little China says silhouetted enemy.
No.
You know it. No, you just gave them the title. No. Where's that meme with the guy from The Office going, no. That's what I'm feeling right now. Fucking no.
It's not going to happen, I don't think, because The Rock has a full dance card. They even said in the article that they don't really think it's going to happen. Although Carpenter's keen on doing, he's got Halloween 2018 coming out in 2 months. But that's not really, that's a whole different thing. That's not a remake. That's actually a continuation.
Yep.
But, The Rock he's got his own charm, but he's not Kurt Russell. And Jack Burton is not, a big pumped up guy. He's a regular guy. The Rock is anything but regular.
Actually, Jack Burton is a sidekick, is what he is. He's not the main character, really. If you look at the movie, he thinks he's the main character, but he's actually the comic relief. And that's what the whole joke is about that movie, is that the white guy who's going to lead all the, the Asian people to salvation or whatever, the chosen one, if you will, is really not the guy. And this is what John Carpenter has actually talked about before, is he did this purposely because he liked the old Shaw Brothers movies and stuff like that. And he wanted to turn it a little bit on its ear. And so he said, he made the main character, Jack Burton, actually be the sidekick and the comic relief. And he's bumbling and doesn't know it.
No,
And
but he's
that's
also still the most popular. And that's
Yeah, he is.
he fights half the damn movie with lipstick on and gets knocked out pretty much every battle. Well, a couple battles he gets knocked out. He gets the kill shot at the end.
He does.
But yeah, he's a complete idiot, and that's what's fun about it. But he's also got the Jack Burton philosophy. I only drive as fast as I can see. It's like my first wife told me. It's like, that's good shit. It's cold. It's cold. Do not touch it.
Don't touch it.
Yeah. And The Rock can't just raise his eyebrow at everything. It's like, that's cool. I like The Rock. Rock's fine. He's cool.
Yeah. It's not one of his movies. It's, he can go make like Skyscraper 15 or something.
Jumanji was a good movie.
It was.
He's doing a solid movie.
He's doing a second one.
Yep. And I was against that movie. I thought, Jesus, why are we doing this? But I watched it and I'm like, holy crap, it's like the Breakfast Club in this movie, in this virtual world. And I really, really enjoyed it. And that's what The Rock is good at. He's not a Big Trouble in Little China guy.
No.
That's not him.
The Rock needs a new agent, and he needs to start doing some rated R action movies a la Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like, do a Predator with the fucking Rock. Put it like, if the Rock was in the Predator, that would make it feel like a Predator movie. And not nice Disney Rock. I mean, like, badass, gonna blow people away Rock.
He already says he doesn't want to do movies that have like a lot of death and killing in them and non-happy endings.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. He already said none of his movies will have an unhappy ending and death.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think The Rock can do this, and I say this.
Did you see Ballers?
Yeah, I know. Ballers
is a pretty fucked up show. I think he's changed his mind on that. It's very rated R, and it's seriously kind of the best thing he's been in. So
I guess the latest movie that he did, Skyscraper, had backlash because at the box office because people were seeing too much of him. And it's like the 90s when every time you turned around, Tom Hanks is in a movie, a very special, important movie. With The Rock, it's like, I like you, but maybe we need a vacation. Just take a couple months off. When you come back, we'll all be glad to see you. Your box office will be there. Go do Ballers for a while. And then come back to the box office.
It's not you, it's me. We need to have a little break.
And the chat is right, Jody and others, that what made Jumanji good was actually Jack Black and Karen Gillan. Yes. That is true. They were the things that shined in it. And it's good to see Jack Black kind of coming back. The Rock is Remo Williams.
No.
Wait a minute. No. I think I heard Remo Williams.
I heard, you did. I kind of, is that like, did I hear that as a rumor, or are you just saying that? Because I wouldn't be surprised. I thought I heard that before.
No, I don't think it was The Rock, but I think they're redoing Remo Williams.
It should be done, actually, if they could do it correctly. So one of the things I think I've said this here before, Remo Williams, I'm a huge fan of Remo Williams. I read the Destroyer books 1 through, I believe I stopped at about 122 is where I was at.
Wow.
Yeah. So me and probably every other retired vet that's out there that, from the 70s to the 90s. That's what I was told when I had brought my books into, to a used bookstore, and they were like, wow, we don't normally see young guys bringing this in. It's usually old retired vets. Yeah, I know, really. There you go. But no, they actually need to do it correctly. And it could be fun. It could be a lot of fun. It just, the first movie, I really loved Fred Ward in the role.
Yeah.
Fred Ward was perfect.
Yeah. It's just the story was kind of off. That was the only thing. They didn't do the story correctly. I mean, the story is a little bit darker. Like, they actually frame a policeman for murder of a pimp, and they send him to the electric chair. And the electric chair is supposedly supposed to be a little bit rigged, so it doesn't work correctly. And they slip him a pill that's supposed to help him, look like he's dead. And they've done this before with other people trying to bring them into the organization, and it's never worked except for him. And there's a supernatural element to it too, is that he's supposed to be Shiva reincarnated, is what this is. Yeah. So that's why when he ends up getting this martial art that he gets trained in, the Sananju stuff, it actually awakens the Shiva inside of him. So there's actually a balance back and forth between him slipping off into this supernatural character and bringing about the end of the world. And yeah, so I mean, it's all kinds of wacky in this. It's not just the martial arts thing. And that's why I'm saying if they did it correctly, it would be really kind of cool.
Yeah,
that sounds fun, but
yeah,
they do it days.
Yeah, it's never going to be done right. It'll never be done right. That's why I'm saying don't touch it. Just don't touch it and just let it go.
I wish I could remember who is thinking of doing it, because when I read it, I screamed like inwardly.
Who would you cast as Remo Williams, Dennis?
Yeah.
Now, who would I cast as Remo Williams? Ooh, wow.
Fred Ward is kind of perfect, man. Like
Fred Ward is kind of perfect. Dylan McDermott right now. Tell you the truth.
Really?
Yeah, I know he's older, but he's the stuff that he's been doing on that LA to
Vegas.
Las Vegas, Vegas. That show, the comedy that he's been doing, and just the kind of sarcasm and shit, which is what Remo Williams does. He does a lot of sarcasm, and that's what you need. And he's supposed to be this really skinny dude who does this really amazing shit with martial arts. He's not supposed to be this big, huge, hulking guy that does martial arts or anything like that. And I could see him being Remo Williams.
That's interesting.
Good.
Yeah. No, Jason Statham is way too big, man of action.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't work. But yeah, no, 2 words, Tom Cruise, what Carrie Dalton said.
Oh God, no. That whole Top Gun thing, all I could think of is, hi, I'm 60. I'm Tom Cruise. Let me flex check my watch. No, I don't want to see that.
Who's going to put a 60-year-old in a plane? I mean, he can't see shit. I don't care how good he looks. You got to be able to see.
Yeah,
it's kind of important.
I don't know what they're going to do with that.
What is it, the end of the fucking world and we're out of fighter pilots?
Yeah. Let's just get Bill Pullman in it too. Why not?
I know, really. And Dennis Quaid not Dennis Quaid, Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid. We'll get him out of Canada where he's batshit crazy because he thinks people are killing him. We'll put him in the movie.
Oh my God, have you seen some of those videos?
Oh yes. The star fuckers are after him.
Oh my God. Oh my God. They are if this is a comedy troll job, he is a comedy god. He's an absolute comedy god if this is a troll job, because if it is, I honestly, I haven't laughed as hard as the horse mating scene from Silicon Valley, but it was close. It was fucking close. He had his girlfriend. I can't just Google something. There's a certain person he's talking about, and he has his girlfriend wearing that person's mask while he's having sex with her. And he's all, so-and-so, I'm effing you. And yeah, that's a video that's out there. Randy Quaid. Fucking Quaid, a big old crazy beard. And oh my God.
I wonder if Dennis ever goes, nope, not my brother. No, I don't have a brother.
Well, he's doing insurance commercials now, so I don't think he minds.
Dennis? Hey, don't say bad things about people doing insurance. J.K. Simmons is doing insurance commercials. We love J.K. Simmons. And I love Dennis Quaid. I mean, poor man's Harrison Ford, but I love him.
It is pretty funny, the commercial, because he's playing himself and he's like, why did they get me to do it? Because I'm Dennis Quaid. Everybody loves me. And then we see somebody in the background. She goes, I love Dennis Quaid.
Alien Render says, I'm not Googling horse mating scene from, check that out, from Silicon Valley. It's pretty goddamn funny, but you got to see the context of what leads up to it too.
Jody asks, what about Chun? Who would you cast for him? This is back to Remo Williams. Chun, I would
Idris Elba. That's what I'm casting for everybody.
I was thinking
Idris Elba.
I was thinking, I wanted somebody to at first, just so we can get the backlash to happen. No, Scarlett Johansson. Oh, sorry. No, I would do
Tilda Swinton.
James Hong, actually. James Hong from Big Trouble in Little. Yeah, he's 89 years old. He's
good for him.
He's in that new Crazy Rich Asians movie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, and he would be perfect because Chun is supposed to be this old guy who just really does not give a shit about what he says, if it's PC or not. And I could totally see James Hong doing this, and yeah, it would be really fucking funny.
It would be.
If you got, definitely he's perfect for the role. If you got, and you could just do like they did with Gandalf in the Hobbit series. You just get another stunt guy to do all the other stuff, and you just have him do the acting. And oh my god, he'd be fucking perfect for it.
Yeah,
there's no other human being alive that can do that part better than him. Could not agree more. Yeah, I don't know. Timothy Olyphant would be good. Remo Williams. I like. Dylan McDermott looks pretty good too. I mean, Timothy Olyphant's like he's the kind of guy. He's kind of charming, skinny. Yeah, it can't be some buff dude who's. Yeah,
exactly. Nyla Shedd, Mr. Burton. You were not brought upon this world to get it.
We did a retro recap of
Big Trouble in Little China
a long time ago. We should probably do another one.
Yes,
we should do yearly videos on Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah. How about the Kill Bill master, Mr. Pang? I don't know, Marcus Khan. Maybe. But James Hong, man, is just perfect. I mean, he's the dude's funny, man. He's just really fucking funny. And he's still with it, man. I mean, even at 89 years old, he's on it. Just boom, boom. And I love to see him in anything. Honestly, whenever I see him, even that really shit show movie that Ryan Reynolds was in, which he's been in a lot of really shit show movies, R.I.P.D.
Oh my god, yes.
He was the best thing in that.
Agent Future said that he thought Shane Black was linked to Remo Williams. That sounds familiar. I thought they were going to do a Remo Williams thing.
It'd be interesting. Yeah, I'll see it. If Shane Black's going to do it, I'll see it. Sonny Shiba, no, I don't know. Man of Action, yes, I know Sonny Shiba could still do the martial arts stuff, but that's not what Chun is about. I mean, he's supposed to be so fast that he's a blur, and that whole thing where he just kind of walks really slowly, that's what it's supposed to be about. He's supposed to be like Yoda in a way, where Yoda, is really, it looks like he's slow and feeble, but can just kick the shit out of people when he needs to, and it's really fast.
That's back in 2014. The Destroyer gets Iron Man 3 director Shane Black.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, but nothing since 2014. That's too bad.
Jody asks, so we're going to be covering Young Justice.
Yeah.
Season 3.
Sure. Jody, it depends on how they release it and when they release it. But yeah, I saw you talking to their other side and answer sooner. But yeah, we definitely will cover it. It's good. I mean, it's a cartoon, so it's kind of tough because our crowd is we're definitely adult here, so
And also, Jody, Jet Li actually has some health issues going on right now too, so he would not. Yeah, he's actually looking pretty. I know he shaved his head for a role and all that kind of stuff, but. Man, there was some stuff that they did like between takes, some pictures that people were taking, like fans, and he looks bad. I hope he gets well. I don't know. I just know that he's actually has somebody that's with him all the time that's helping him. Yeah.
He's not that old.
No, he's almost in his 60s at this point.
Really? Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's up there.
You're right, Silhouette and Animator. It's a cut above. That's why we'll cover it. As far as Young Justice, he said it's the most mature kids cartoon ever. Yeah, that's what I want way more out of cartoons. And it doesn't. You know what? It's still totally for kids. It is. I think that's probably something my kid would be way more into than the. It doesn't matter la 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 crap that Marvel puts out lately, like Ultimate Spider-Man stuff. Like Young Justice, like makes that look silly. Young Justice is a great show. David Tennant for Remo Williams. That'd be interesting. Edward Brewer. That would be. He's skinny, but I don't know how like manly he can get though. You know, David Tennant is. I love David Tennant. Love him, love him, love him. And I still want him to be Mr. Fantastic, but
David Tennant is transforming into Anthony Perkins. If you saw him for The Good Samaritan, that's who he's starting to morph into, which I'm totally okay with. But if he goes in that direction career-wise, that'll be a good choice for him.
He's got chops. I mean, he's just like Matt Smith is charming. He's a charming person, and it comes off in his acting, but he's still just Matt Smith. So I don't know how well he can play bad guys and stuff. David Tennant can act. He could just play anything. Like that's the difference. You know, I was just watching Scott Glenn, you know, in Castle Rock, and he's great. He's great, but he's Scott Glenn and everything.
Yeah, he is Scott Glenn.
He's just a charming fucking person. So it comes out wow, that show turned around big time. Wow.
Castle Rock, yep.
Whoa.
Yeah, I guess I gotta go back and watch, you know.
Holy shit.
I've heard nothing but good things about especially Sissy Spacek. Yeah,
they the last 3 episodes, like they decided to like, okay, well now we're gonna be one of the better TV shows. It's weird how it turned. Because anybody in here who's followed us with this, and Dennis, it's a slow start. It is a very slow start, but holy shit, the last 3 episodes have been like crazy. You find out what Sissy Spacek has been doing. If you want to check out the spoilers, they're in my recap. But they center an episode around her, not unlike the 7th episode in Westworld and in American Gods, the 7th episode in American Gods, where you find a sub character has actually been kind of a main character the whole time. Just kind of in the background. Nuts. And it got weird. It got really weird.
Brian Smart asked, retro review of Buckaroo Banzai?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll like we're promised up for this year, like for sure. We're booked. I've already committed to way too many things, so we got to finish up some Doctor Who stuff on Patreon, and Farscape review is I just put a date on it, and hopefully everybody can show up. If not, then it'll just be me. So because I can't wait much longer, because we still have to do other seasons of that. I'm committed to Vikings. Where's Crazy Carlos, by the way? Where is he?
I think he's out working right now.
He's out working. We have to get our commitments down.
Yeah.
And we're also doing more Patreon stuff. So
speaking of commitments, and they should be committed for this, WB is developing a live action Wile E. Coyote movie.
Oh, God, no. Stop. When I read that, I'm like, I just think I screamed in my living room. I really did. I'm like, really? Why do we need this? And it's, what is it? Coyote versus Acme is like the running title.
Idris Elba for Wile E. Coyote.
Yes.
I hope so.
Gillian Anderson, can we just throw her in there too?
We could put Scarlett Johansson in there, but then they'd have protests about her.
Because she's never been a coyote before.
She's never been a coyote. So.
No.
Silhouetted Animator, when is American Gods season 2 coming out? They are currently filming it. There was a delay when they fired somebody else again, right? And they brought some more people in. So I'm thinking it's going to be out. Word on the street, it's April of 2019. It's coming though. That was a good season of television. That was so good.
Melissa McCarthy for Roadrunner. No,
there's Viking Bitch. I was wondering where Viking Bitch went, and I had to sneak in Farscape, and she says Farscape is still one of my all-time favorite shows.
What's Farscape?
I was just wondering where you were, Viking Bitch. Yeah, it's on that date is not moving. I just got to put a time in there, and so let me know if that date works for you, because I want to make sure you're there. There's been so many scheduling conflicts, but I'm actually ready to go.
Yeah, I honestly, Marcus Khan, I don't know how they're going to do a live action Wile E. Coyote movie either.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, are they going to like get a coyote? I mean,
they're probably going to Marmaduke it. They're going to have everybody, or Scooby Doo it. They're going to have everybody be, the humans. This dumbass coyote.
And why do we not have the Roadrunner? Like, is the Roadrunner not in it?
Don't know. Probably because it'd be racist for him to chase a coyote. The Roadrunner. I don't know.
Is there word on second season of Counterpart? It's being filmed.
Yes, it is
right now. So I imagine it'll come out right around the same time it did last year, January. Maybe they'll do something fun like drop an episode in December for a Christmas present like they did last year. That would be great.
That would be very cool.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for that show. There's some shows like Orville coming back, like shows I did not expect to like be looking forward to, like the Orville and Counterparts. Yeah, cannot wait.
Orville, I cannot.
Yes, yes, the Orville is coming out in December. Mary Ashby,
December 30th.
Yep,
December 30th. That's right. Yes,
I'm going to marry Seth MacFarlane.
Nihilus, Alec Baldwin for Wile E. Coyote. He won't take it because 25 other people can play that role.
Yeah, no, he'll take it for a day and then he'll drop it like it's hot.
There'll be a lot of backlash because he's never played it.
Right.
Oh, silhouetted animator. No, that's a bad one.
What?
Michael Cera as Speedy Gonzalez.
Oh. But you know what is good casting? Well, Gary loses it over there.
Oh, because I just got it. I'm like, why? That's funny. But now I understand why.
Yeah.
I totally got it. I'm like, oh, because he looks the part. Okay. Yeah. Duh.
Exactly.
So speaking of nice casting, ears. Yeah.
Alan Tudyk has been cast as Mr. Nobody on Doom Patrol for the DC Universe.
I'm there.
Who's writing Doom Patrol? If Akiva Goldsmith, I mean, we've already got Berlanti in charge of this, so that's not as bad as Akiva Goldsman, but yeah, I love it. Doom Patrol is like one of my favorite all-time comics. I am really happy they're doing this. I just hope they don't make it a CW show and they make it an actual superhero show.
It's DC Universe, so
but it's Greg Berlanti produced.
Yeah. Well, he's just producing it. I think all of them are produced by Greg Berlanti now at this point. All these shows. So yeah, I don't know who else is going to be running that.
Well, these are so far what we've seen out of him is the CW lately and that Titans trailer. So I love Alan Tudyk and it's great casting. So I'll hope for the best. Bad
Bunny Alan Tudyk is how it's pronounced, not you wrote it there. But thanks.
I love him though. He's great.
Alan Sparks says Wallace Shawn as Elmer Fudd. That would be perfect casting. Wallace Shawn, inconceivable. Yes, that would be actually perfect casting. Any news on the New Gods? Kirk Anderson asks. No, there has been no word on the New Gods. But
seen that's going a bad route. American Gods. I think once they get it on the air, it may be the end of it.
Oh, no. This is New Gods. It's a DC movie. Yeah.
We know that Ava DuVernay is going to direct it. We haven't heard any casting.
Yeah.
Anything.
I think they got a writer. That was about it. They mentioned it was kind of like they pulled somebody out of the pit of the writing crew there and said, "You're working on it now." And he was like, "All right, cool."
Well, man, she isn't even really signed on as a director. Everything I'm seeing is rumor. Is DC is planning a New Gods film that may be directed by Ava DuVernay.
She asked for it, actually. She actually went to them and asked for it.
Yeah, but like I said,
yeah,
there is no absolute she is directing it and we are making this movie. We're thinking about making the movie with her possibly.
There's a big shakeup, I think, going on right now at WB. And after everything that's gone on. Actually, we reported about this at the beginning of this year, about the big shakeup that's going on over there.
Can we put a moratorium on any fucking headline that says either it's time or this is exactly what DC needs?
Yes, please.
I'm glad the 22-year-old from Wired named Matt knows what DC needs.
Oh, good. Yes, he does. He knows better than anybody that's been around.
Yeah. Think about how you write your headlines, buddy.
I know what DC needs. They need some direction.
Yep. They need a Kevin Feige.
And writers.
Yeah.
No, that'd be asking for too much.
Well,
You've
that's
gone too far.
Mary, just saying love. By the way, Cobra Viper, thank you for the $5 super chat. Wile E. Coyote as a legal drama. Julia Roberts putting together a class action lawsuit against Acme for Wile E. to injuries suffered in
There we go. I think that's it.
Your movie.
Yep.
Oh my God! I just dropped my mouse. I was laughing.
And he can have a side case going on against the Roadrunner for all the accidents that he's caused.
Damages, yeah, like emotional damages, right? By the way, I passed the top of the hour and I didn't say all hail Doomcock, all hail Doomcock, all hail Doomcock. Okay, so Mary Ashford says I love Looney Tunes, and Dennis was just saying Warner Brothers lacks directions, or DC. This is how fucking stupid they are. I'm sorry, but they have the best cartoon characters ever created, ever. And they don't know what to do with them. They do a live action, and Wile E. Coyote's funny, but he's never been my favorite. You have fucking Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck. Make an animated 2D movie. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah.
Or start making cartoons again. Shit. You guys are dumb, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the fascination is with everything has to be live action. Why?
It's because, you know what, I think it's just because it's a tax write-off for they make movies that's so bad and cost so much that they can actually just write it off.
There's a business model that is successful.
It is.
I've never known how to pronounce Alan Tudyk's name. I've said it like five. I just say it five. That's what Bad Buddy says. Like two dicks. Like having two dicks.
That's why I said it was Tudyk.
Yeah.
That's how he pronounces it, and I'm like, all right, cool, man. I'm going with what you pronounce. So, Silhouetted Animator says, I want a movie about a Martian queen from the Duck Dodgers cartoon show.
As played by Charlize Theron.
Yes.
Scarlett Johansson. Oh, wait.
I
can't play it. She's never been a Martian queen.
Idris Elba? No.
Idris Elba. There we go.
It's every casting decision. Idris and Scarlett.
Family Guy's already done it. They already did a skit that's a show I don't watch. Wile E. Coyote went to Acme and was like, yeah, I bought this thing and it just blew up in my face.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn, man. Foghorn Leghorn was awesome.
I'll say.
She was like, Paul Revere's right, a little light in the belfry.
No, wait, we can't do him because
Pepe Le Pew.
Harassing.
That's true.
My little sexual harassing skunk running around. You're my desert flower. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Yep.
Mon chéri.
And that's oh my God.
There's probably some poor cat that got like some paint strips.
No, really.
Striped down its back. It's freaking terrible. Oh, it's so funny though.
Yeah, Jody, they did use that for the plot of the producers way back when. Just trying to get, make it fail so they can get a tax write-off. That's exactly it.
2003 Duck Dodgers cartoon. Yeah, I watched it like while my kid was watching it, but I didn't like watch it.
And see, that's the whole thing. They don't realize
the Green Lantern. That's right. Make
the WB cartoons, the Warner Brothers Looney Tunes cartoons for adults.
Pepe 2.
I know. I'm like,
Oh, no.
It's so funny, but it's so wrong. But I love it. Why can't the WB get a mature cartoon like Felix the Cat used to be? Well, maybe not that way, but like a little
Fritz
more.
The Cat?
Yeah.
Fritz the Cat. Now we're talking. No.
Oh, no. I was going to say there's.
I have not thought about that movie, but that. Ooh.
Here it is.
There's
now
no way you could watch that. Play that movie.
Yeah, no, there's nothing you can really say about that movie. There's just too much stuff.
They could always heavy metal it,
Pepe Le Pew and Gomez Adams. Yeah, Gomez Adams was pretty bad too.
Well, you could put Pepe Le Pew in there along with Speedy Gonzalez, and you You can just make it the League of Extraordinary Stereotypes.
Oh my god.
Brick-a-brack, firecracker, sis, boom, ba. Bugs Bunny, rah, rah, rah. I remember that.
You still cracking up at the
Space
League of
Modulator.
I think we lost Susan over the League of Extraordinary
God.
Stereotypes. Is
The
that
League
what
of
that's you?
Extraordinaries. Yes, we need to make that movie right now. That needs to be Mel
Oh.
Brooks's last movie.
They will petition every theater. Trust me.
They actually
that's the point. You want to actually play nowhere, and it'll be the most wanted movie. Everybody will want to see it.
You know, I might have cribbed that from an old Adult Swim TV show. Now I'm thinking, yeah, they were actually superheroes, but they were so politically incorrect. It was one of the funniest damn things that was on Adult Swim for a while there, and it wasn't called the League of Extraordinary Stereotypes.
Was it badly drawn?
No, it wasn't badly drawn. It was another. It was actually like a superhero show, but like they had an Asian guy in a wheelchair.
Oh my! And I'll just stop.
And I mean, it was really bad. They had like a Mexican strongman with a long mustache.
Oh.
And it was very, very wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. But it was really funny at the same time, just because. Yes, Minora Team. Thank you, Silhouetted Animator.
Minora Team.
Oh.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is beautifully awesome, and just how wrong it is.
Was forced to stop making Porky Pig because people got offended by the stutter. Brian Smart, is that okay?
What?
So we need you know what we need now more than ever? You know what it's time for is a Minora Team or a League of Extraordinary Stereotypes. We need to go full on like anti-peace to the nth degree and just do it. I hopefully somebody will be brave enough to make that movie.
And then we'll all get arrested if we try that.
Good. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Well,
Johnny Pappas, Harvey Birdman, attorney at law, is coming back.
Oh.
Yeah, we did report on this about a couple of months ago.
I don't ever understand why that went away. It's not like it got bad. It's not like it was ever bad.
The voice actors, they went on to bigger and better things, and they were using a whole bunch of really good people, and they're all coming back, from what I understand, all the original voice animators. And now it's a Harvey Birdman. He's going to be like the general attorney or the attorney general. That's right. It's Harvey Birdman, attorney general.
Attorney general. That is brilliant.
Yes. That's what it is. I had to think about it there.
The Minora Team cinematic universe. Yes, Jody, I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. If you guys have never seen the Minora Team on Adult Swim, go and take a look on their app if you can actually watch anything off of there, or just YouTube it and see if you can find it. It's pretty damn funny.
You know, when Porky Pig, this is when the world has just gone off the deep end. When you take a character that's been around forever and suddenly it's offensive, and now no more Porky Pig. Wow. I don't even know what to do with that.
Yeah.
No, it's sad. It's just a sad state of affairs we're in.
Jody S., was that like the affirmative action DC superheroes from the Super Friends, Apache Chief, El Dorado, Samurai, etc.? Oh man, I liked Apache Chief. Apache Chief was awesome, and especially I love my favorite Harvey Birdman episode is the Apache Chief episode where he gets burned with coffee in the crotch, and he can't grow big anymore.
Oh. That's terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, that one just, oh God. And of course, at the end of it, he grows a little bit. He because of this woman that is yeah. I was just laughing my ass off on that one. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm trying to find your article, Susan. I was gonna pump it.
Which one?
I'm getting a good ad in my ear. It's a Navy ad. I am too old to join the Navy.
Which
I'd be an
which
excellent
article?
sailor. What is that?
In the
Your Bruce
Navy.
Campbell interview.
Oh, the Bruce Campbell interview. That's it's called Bruce Campbell Straight No Chaser, No Agendas.
Oh, you know what movie needs to be remade or
No.
rebooted? Blazing Saddles.
That's one of my untouchable movies. No, you can't. No.
Dennis,
No, I'm saying
just re-release it in the theaters and have the new people
Mel
watch
Brooks.
it.
By Mel Brooks. I'm saying he just needs to come out.
No. God,
No.
God, no.
Everybody would hate Mel Brooks, and then that would be the end of. No, we can't.
Somebody needs to have the balls enough to make a movie like this and come out with it now, but they won't.
No.
Just to chill everybody out for a minute. Come on. All right, I'm going to share it in the chat here, folks. This will be in the description when this turns into a video, but yeah, here's Susan's article, everybody, to bookmark it later with her interview with Bruce Campbell. Pretty epic stuff. I'm so excited about this. So yeah, there you go. There's also is there any more news? We're gonna have to wrap things up.
Yeah, we have one more thing. It's kind of a minor thing. Excuse me. So Jennifer Esposito has been cast as CIA agent Susan Rayner in Amazon's The Boys.
Nice. They keep casting people.
Yeah, they keep casting a lot of people.
Well, that's good. I mean, that means I think
that means it's happening.
Yeah, that means they're adding things onto it. They're excited about it.
I'm interested in seeing Elizabeth Shue, as the president. That's going to be kind of, or not the president. She's one of the directors or something like that. The main character in the comic, I can't remember who she is now, but I remember she's in it, and that's going to be kind of cool.
I can't wait. I'm like, it just caught me in thought. It's like I really need to get Derek on this channel, and I can't give him time. I just got to go, dude.
You're on tonight.
We're on right now. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him up this weekend, see if I can make it happen.
Yeah.
Derek's co-creator of the book we were just talking about.
Cobra Viper says, I was in the Navy for 20 years. I'm offended by that joke. Not really. That was funny. If you really want to see something, I don't know, Cobra Viper, if you watch the Venture Brothers at all, but they have a character named Shore Leave.
Hey, Cobra Viper, my dad is a Navy vet of 20 years. He was in NAM. He has passed since, but he was a medic. Yeah.
Fightbot actually asks, has there been a video tour of the action figure wall yet?
Has there been a what? I'm sorry, I was too busy combing my beard.
Yeah, I know. Right? See, he can only do two things at once. Actually, one thing really. He was combing his beard and he was thinking about how pretty it looks.
Yeah.
Fightbot asks, has there been a video tour of the action figure wall yet?
There was one for Patreon a while back, but I think I'll make it part of Monday's Nooner. How's that sound? So Monday there will be a tour of the office. The only reason I've been hesitant is because this side has been that work in progress for like a year. It'll force me to finish it. So I'll finish this side and then, yeah, we'll do a tour. Thanks for asking. It'd be fun. I can dust while we're doing it. Would that be all right? Because Mr. There you go.
Alan Sparks, no, we cannot remake Kroll, but we can remake Your Hunter of the Future.
Mr. Multitask over there questioning if I can do one or two things at once. That's funny. Dolls. Yes, they're dolls, Bad Bunny. They're dolls. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. They have clothing on them that you can remove, so they're dolls.
Yes. I could show the doll where I touch the doll.
In the naughty place.
Look at Pem Farm Girl. That's awesome.
Nice.
Good. She's got a wrench. She's using it. Yes, our schedule is all on nerdrotic.com. Look in the right-hand side. And I just updated it today. There's so much stuff on there. Let's remake Krull, says Alan Sparks.
Yeah, I just read that one.
Oh, you did? Yeah, because I know that's one of your favorite. The Kroll's good. I love Kroll. I don't know.
I don't want to get it remade. Your Hunter of the Future, yes. I don't mind having that one remade because that was just really bad.
That was
no.
bad.
Yeah, Darth Barbecue. No, I do not take my dolls out to play. As you can tell, they are in plastic back here. So, yeah.
Yes, we're still live, Mecca. We're winding down. Honestly, I could have gone another hour, but I just looked at the schedule I updated, and I should pace myself. There's a lot of podcasting in the future here.
Marcus Khan, my wall is not that interesting. All you can see, there's some books and there's DVDs. There you go. There's the tour of my wall.
There's the tour of his wall. Well, there's the freezer downstairs, but we won't talk about what's in that.
Shh. You're not supposed
Dead
to mention
bodies.
the freezer. Maybe. Anyone want to come over?
Don't remake Kroll. I just got the glaive necklace in my mail today. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. Oh, you should go check out Mecca. Didn't you just do a Kroll viewing video? You should go check that out, Dennis. Go support Mecca Random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that creepy pink doll that you're talking about to the right over here, that is Dr. Girlfriend.
Oh yeah, I got a Dr. Girlfriend too. Let me move my chair. There she is, right? She's sitting next to Shatner right there. Shatner's oh no, actually, I think it's Sulu kind of no, it's Chekhov grabbing her very indecently.
Oh my
Wait a minute, what?
Chekhov. See, those are my. I say I got my Star Trek crew over there, and I got my new Migos with my old ones, and then there's Dr. Girlfriend because I couldn't find a place for Dr. Girlfriend. I'll eventually find. Oh, I got it like Dennis. I have to like dig up my Venture Brothers figures, which are all over the place. So
yeah, and by the way, so
no, she wasn't.
This Rusty and Dr. Jonas Venture that's behind me here is actually inside of a lunchbox, a Venture Brothers lunchbox. It came as that set. So, and there's a little tiny, and I'm just going to bring him over because
Time Bandits remake without Peter Dinklage.
They're all going to be Peter Dinklage.
He's doing my dinner with Hervé, where he plays Hervé Village.
Yeah, I saw that. It was kind of
like,
weird.
What?
that HBO trailer that just ran that had the 2 seconds of new Game of Thrones footage. That was the only other interesting thing on that whole entire. I was like, what has happened to HBO? It looks so boring.
And the funny thing was, you know, all the backlash that Scarlett Johansson's gotten. I was just like, oh my god, are they going to do the same thing to Peter Dinklage? That's going to be kind of awkward. By the way, so
I have a sword.
Is one of my favorite Brock Sampson figures. If you can see that, he actually does have he's naked, but he does have the little black thing that's over his crotch that was in the series, which just makes me laugh every time I see it. So, and even
especially when he takes it out of the package and wishes the black thing wasn't there.
No, I do not take that out of the package.
Okay, we're not judging, just noticing. Dolls are for girls and action figures are for boys. Get it right or pay the price, says Ken Jack Ben.
Clothing that you can change and all that kind of stuff. Yes.
I kind of use the Tyrion Lannister logic with that. It's when he was talking to Jon Snow, he's like, wear your name like armor. You know, when they call you bastard, I'm a bastard. Yes. It's okay with it. They're dolls. Fine. They're dolls. We love Brock too, Mary. We do.
Oh, wow. So Carrie Dalton says, Dennis, it's already happening. There has been at least an article written about how he can do that part. Yeah. So I kind of figured it was coming sooner or later. And wasn't there someone who's playing Ricardo Montalban is not Hispanic either, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember who's playing him now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to be in that?
Yeah, he's going to be in it. So Peter Dinklage is actually Hervé Villachez. And
I know that. I didn't know I thought it was just going to be like My Dinner with Andre. Like they were just going to sit down and be having dinner and having a conversation. I didn't think it'd be a whole movie.
It's a whole movie,
like a biopic. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, are they going to talk about Forbidden Zone then? Because Hervé Villachez is in the darkest, weirdest, most disturbing movie I've ever seen, which is Forbidden Zone, which is directed by Richard Elfman, Danny's brother. And it's about Alice in Wonderland in a septic tank. And it's fucking really weird and dark, and Disturbed Minds made that. I don't know if anybody's seen it. There's actually a couple of, this is the early days of Oingo Boingo when they were called the Mystic Knights of Oingo Boingo. And yes, Hervé Villachez is in it.
Wow, Fightbot, that wasn't a good one. Yeah.
I saw that too. At least he tried, Fightbot.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to give him an A for effort. There we go.
Yeah. Bad Bunny says kind of flush.
Yes. Mecca knows what I'm talking about. Danny Elfman as the devil singing Minnie the Moocher was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Minha. Hello. Says hello, everybody.
Here, I got to find that picture because you want to talk about somebody who could have played the Joker. Fuck.
Crispin Glover?
No. Danny Elfman.
Yeah. He could have.
Yeah, Crispin Glover's creepy enough. I think he could do a good job. Philip.
Go ahead. You keep talking.
Philip A. Demick says the only thing I can remember about seeing the Kevin Sorbo Cole in the movies is the flat-chested princess went to double D's when she turned into a demon.
What?
Yeah, they used a different actress, and yeah, they obviously didn't get someone with the same
dimensions.
Same dimensions, exactly. Bad Bunny says, love 1-900 Susan's new pick.
Thank you. Courtesy,
yeah, it's good.
Courtesy of High Velocity at the JW Marriott in Indianapolis.
That's cool.
Excuse me.
Oh my God, look at Danny Elfman now.
Well,
it's great. Yeah, but that's Danny Elfman as the devil. And it was that's the picture I was thinking of. That's good stuff right there. It's a really weird movie though. I would kind of stay away from it. It's good, a decent album, but yeah.
Yeah, actually,
exactly. Yes, Becca. Say thank you. Be careful looking for Forbidden Zone picks.
Yeah,
I could get in a lot of trouble with that.
Mary Ashmead, Peter Dinklage is going to be in a Netflix movie if it hasn't already come out today about the Last Man on Earth kind of thing. God, I can't remember what it's called now.
That hasn't been done before.
No, well, he's like by himself, and he's been by himself for a while, and then some woman shows up, and there's something weird that goes. I don't know exactly, but yeah, and it's just the two of them.
Oh well, Adam and Eve
for the entire movie. So
that could be different.
Yeah, and I can't remember what the name of the movie is offhand, unfortunately. But yeah, he's coming out with a couple different movies recently. He's been busy on his off time.
Very good, actually. He's, he for the longest time I actually thought he was British, and then I'm like, nope, he's from New Jersey. Wow.
Yeah. No, he does a really good. He does different accents, a lot of different accents,
really well.
Yeah, I remember actually he did a movie with Gary Oldman. Where Gary Oldman plays his brother, who's also a person of small stature, and they.
I think we're alone now.
I think we're alone now. Thank you. There we go. I knew it was.
How did they do that with Oldman though?
It was very weird. It was very, very weird. It was a good movie. I watched it because it just happened to be on some channel. I'm like, what the hell is this? Because I saw the actors and I'm like, and okay. And then I the oddity of seeing Gary Oldman as a little person.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like thrown off by it. And I started watching. I'm like, oh, okay, this actually isn't bad. So
now I want to see that.
Yeah. Like I said, it's one of those things you just kind of watch it and you're just going to go, what the? At first, you're going to go, what the hell? And then you're like, oh, okay, this is actually really good. So, Johnny Papas, yeah, if you've never heard of Forbidden Zone, it's just a weird movie. It's a very weird movie.
What makes it weird?
Oh, wow. Okay, so
yeah. Go for it, Gary.
It's weird in tone. It's pretty disgusting. Imagine. It's like viewing a layer of hell. An actual layer of hell. Like there's nothing, it's really dark and disturbing, and there's just there's guys running around in tidy whities, and I forgot what they're called, and they just come up and start humping you, and yeah, and there's the cross-dressing cousin who's also in his tidy white. It's been 20 years since seen it. It's Alice in Wonder. It's very much like a John Waters Pink Flamingo vibe. It is fucking disgusting. There's a bunch of like nastiness in it, and lots. Yeah, it's Alice in Wonderland in a septic tank.
How's your father asked? Is it better or worse than the Human Centipede?
Oh, better. Yeah. Human Centipede is like, that shit's way disturbing. This one's just, it's like salsa that it's not really spicy at first, but then after you've been eating it for like 5 minutes, your freaking brain is on fire. That's how it's a slow crawl on you. You know what? Mecca knows what I'm talking about because she's seen it. She's one of probably the few people who've seen this movie. It's completely surreal. There are scenes where people go down chutes that are pooped out in hell. Weird music choices. It's an art movie. Yeah, what she said. It's a complete art movie. Yeah, but it's people getting pooped out, and it's yeah.
Yeah,
and
Alan Sparks.
I picked it up because it was Oingo Boingo.
Alan Sparks says it's a racer head with boobies.
Yeah. Much better than Human Centipede. It's like watching a musical version of Eraserhead in color. Wow. Great minds right there. Think alike. I just got deja vu right now. Really weird too.
Did you see a cat?
I saw a black cat. I did.
Okay. It's just the Matrix resetting.
It's just the Matrix resetting. That was weird. Did anybody else feel that?
Feel what?
Yeah. No. Who are you? What? Neo? I know Kung Fu. Yeah. Eraserhead with boobies. Well said, Alan Sparks. How many things can be described as it's this with boobs?
Quite a few things, actually. Yeah.
Like Game of Thrones. It's Lord of the Rings with boobs. You know, it's a party at Elton John's house.
Whoa.
Yes. Elton John was the guy who, for Cox Arena, when you talked about Cox, he's the one who said, "What an unfortunate name." Cox Arena, when he was there. Yes.
Yeah, I know they're my internet provider, and yeah, I was like, really, guys, you couldn't. And I know it's named after the person who owns it.
Yeah.
But still, at the same time, like you guys can come up with a better name.
Yeah.
Cox Arena sounds like a disco from the 70s.
How's your father? I would hope I would never even accidentally get you anywhere near something that was a pedo element. Yeah, if something had even the slightest pedo element, I would burn it and get it out of my sight and report it. No, it's just weird. Does it get around that area? No, but it's fucking dark. I mean, I wouldn't show it to like nice people.
Mecca says no, it just has a topless princess character in granny panties because 1980, and she's topless for the whole film, as I recall, for no real reason.
And then it had two. It had Hervé Villechaize and who's the girl who was in it? Mecca. She was kind of at one time a decently big star. Now I got to look it up.
Susan Terrell.
Hey, Bad Bunny, Cox Arena, as you put it, instead of Cox Arena, is sounds like an actual STD that you get when you're in porn. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, Susan Terrell was in it. Oh man. Yeah, and dude, she looked like awesome at times, but here's a color version of it. That's weird. Oh, I can't show this, but like some of it was like 80s looking cool. Some of like the art and stuff, but yeah, mostly it's just fucking weird. I listen, I was on like a complete bender when I saw it too. I had been up for like 5 days. I think I had dropped like 2 hits of acid that weren't working at all because I'd been up for 5 days. So that was messing with my mind too. So I just thought like I was, dying inside. that somebody sucked out my soul. Yeah. Well, you're talking to a guy that I saw. Oh my God, why am I blanking on the name now? Real Genius. I was
Weird Al. No, Weird
bawling,
Oh,
like bawling at the end of Real Genius because I had such a good acid trip. We went to Magic Mountain, we came back, we watched Real Genius, and me and all my friends were like crying, like, "What a beautiful movie!" Eat the popcorn. It was hysterical that we were all like emotionally crying after Real Genius. Just thought it was the greatest thing ever. Like Val Kilmer's a magical actor.
Oh my god!
And that hyperactive girl who always had to buff her floors in the movie.
Michelle Melnick.
It's so beautiful. Acid's a hell of a drug, folks.
She was also the nerd in Revenge of the Nerds, the one that was Anthony Edwards' date.
Was she?
Mm-hmm. Yes, she was.
Yes. I did not. Real Genius is a great movie. It's a great movie.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And Carrie Dalton says, "I love Real Genius, one of Val Kilmer's best roles." Yeah, one of my favorite roles that I still want to get on DVD is Top Secret.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's such a great movie. And yeah.
So underrated. So underrated. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Airplane, but for some reason, Top Secret is a better movie.
Val Kilmer was Ryan Reynolds before Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he was. That whole movie, especially, I remember seeing this in the theater with my mom. I took my mom, I had my mom, I dragged her to it, had her, so she could pay for the ticket. She was pissed at me throughout this entire movie. And I remember at one point in the movie when they turn and they say, "It's like we're in some kind of bad movie," and they turn and look at the screen, and she just looked down at me and said, "You son of a bitch."
Yeah.
And I remember just laughing because it was pretty damn funny at the time.
I had to make sure this was kind of okay for live streaming. There's Susan Terrell in Forbidden Zone, and there's Hervé right there, and he's the king. And there's some dice and some pretty big boobies. And then before I get anywhere else with that, she's also eating a big sausage in the background. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah. Weird movie.
Yeah, Mary Ash. I mean, Airplane's an awesome movie too. Put your head between your knees, your own knees, Father.
Your own knees.
And there's a movie we can never remake
Yeah.
ever.
Oh God, Kentucky Fried Movie, their first movie that they did. Never, ever again will that movie ever see the light of day.
No, that one's pretty good. You couldn't even get the reference to Airplane because it was making fun of an era of movies that nobody would understand.
Yeah.
Airport 77, Airport 79.
Oh yeah, yep. But just the elements in it, Peter Graves and just no.
Yeah, especially like Airplane 2, when they did the whole Mission Impossible thing when they brought Peter Graves back.
And Shatner was in that.
Yeah, Shatner
yes,
was awesome
in the second one, but that one wasn't directed by the Zuckers, right? It was
no, it was. It
was Abrams. Like they were off the first one. They only did the first one.
Okay, I thought they did the second one.
No, they didn't do the second one. I was shocked as hell when I learned that too.
Airplane is straight up Airport 75.
Oh, what's up, Midnight's Edge After Dark? How's it going? Just saying hi.
No, it was kind of funny. They bought the script and the rights to an old movie that was just really, really bad, and they actually used that script. They wanted to play it straight, and then just throw all this crazy crap in there. That was how they did Airplane. 0 Hour. Thank you. How's your father? It was 0 Hour was the name of the movie that they bought the script for.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you ever go back, there's the Don't Call Me Shirley edition of Airplane, and they have the extras in there, and they talk about how they bought. Yeah, they had I think they bought it for a couple $100, the rights to this movie 0 Hour that was really bad, and they just shot the movie straight like they were supposed to.
That's hilarious.
But added all this weird shit in there in between.
So yeah, Ken Finkelman wrote Airplane 2 the sequel, which I love. I fucking love Airplane 2 the sequel. I think it's got elements that are just as good as the first one. Fucking Sonny Bono coming in and buying a bomb at the shop, and but yeah, they had nothing to do with the second one. I could have sworn they did too, but then official Dougie J, who you see in the chat when we were kids, he's like, "Nope, you're fucking wrong, dickbag." That's how we used to talk to each other back then. Like
call you dickbag as well.
Chet from Chet from Weird Science. That's how we used to talk to each other. You stewed buttwad.
I call you dickbag as well. That's kind of funny.
Wow, that's kind of nice,
isn't it? Though
I really don't. I call him much worse things.
Oh, only in the morning.
That's right.
You called me this morning.
You know it.
Yeah.
A Flightbot says I have an inflatable auto. It's one of my prized possessions. Do you blow it up at the tube at the belt?
Oh my god, I need to have one of those in this office like right now. I need
an
autopilot, and I could put them up at the end of the podcast. I need to have that. Oh man, R.I.P. Chet. Fuck yeah, Ed Brewer. I'm sorry. Yeah, man. God damn, that sucks that he's dead. There's so many other assholes alive in the world. Yeah. Weird Science. The series was pretty cool and pretty funny. Yeah. It was. Ken Jack Ben. I agree.
You know what was a really good series at the time as well that the Weird Science came out was the Bill and Ted series, TV series. That ran for 2 seasons. Yeah.
How's your father? Airplane 2 did break a promise to us. There's supposed to be an Airplane 3.
It's probably out now.
Yep. Fightbot says, yes, you do inflate it the same way.
That's pretty damn funny.
We'll have Mrs. Nerdrotic come in for me.
Yeah.
Probably would.
Everybody needs an auto.
Zucker and Abrams were not involved in either of them. You're right. It was Abrams who just did Top Secret, right? It wasn't Zucker's either. I'm going off a really shoddy memory here.
I know it got panned like really, really bad. Top Secret. They're like, it's no airplane.
God, I had to leave the gym. I was watching it at the gym and I was laughing so fucking hard. I just had, because like laughing at the gym is stupid. You can't get anything done. So I just left. No, they were involved. Okay, so it's Abrams and Zucker. Yeah, Top Secret is Latrine.
Chocolate mousse.
Chocolate mousse.
I do not think he is Mel Torme. It's all these one little liners, you know, dude, that just makes it a good movie.
Growing up in a backward New England town, thought the jive talking in Airplane was funny. Then I went to DC, and the sky caps were talking just like them. Cultural shock. You're like, wait a minute, that wasn't it. That's how they talk. Okay.
Yeah, my favorite, you know, is Barbara Billingsley.
Yeah, Barbara Billingsley.
Oh, she speaks jive.
Yeah, I speak jive, stewardess. Oh, that's just awesome. Yeah, she did such a great role in that movie. Just hang tight, blood. Should be back on the rebound with a medicine.
Hey, no, mama, I ain't no dummy.
Exactly.
I dug his rap. Oh man.
Oh yeah, no, that used to be part of the viewing. You know,
that little girl says, "I like my coffee black, like my men."
Yeah,
that's right. Oh god.
So many PC things in that movie.
My underrated comedy was Basketball.
Yeah,
a blend of South Park guys and David Zucker. Yep.
Yeah, that was actually really good too. The locker room scene.
Oh my god.
The locker room scene, man, especially with Robert Vaughn when he keeps like stepping over.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yes, there are pedo jokes in Airplane. There are really Midnight Edge.
Oh god, well, I don't know. If I got away with the joke I said after the Preacher episode the other night, I'm not worried about much. Really not. That's the only thing I've ever edited out of this show. So if you saw it live, you saw it.
And that was it.
And that was it, because you will never see it again. It was funny, but wrong. Really, really, really wrong. And I am sorry.
Yeah, Carrie Dalton, it is the little things that make those movies a lot of fun. And the dialogue. I mean, it's the writing. It's awesome.
Are there any movies that are even quotable nowadays other than a few Marvel ones? And I don't know how quotable the Marvel ones make. That is a great point. The answer is no. No.
Yeah, I can't think of any. I mean,
quotable movie.
Phew, man.
You're right, Midnight's Edge.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. How about you, Susan? Is there any? I mean, like, okay, movies. Ash vs. Evil Dead season 1, 2, and part of season 3 are pretty quotable, but that's a TV show.
It's a TV show. Yeah,
there's been some very quotable TV.
Yeah, I can't think of any movies that have been quotable lately.
Well, I mean, I quote 40-Year-Old Virgin a lot, Anchorman, Step Brothers. A lot of Will Ferrell stuff is easily memorable for me for whatever reason.
The Hitman's Bodyguard was one for me, and it's just because Samuel L. Jackson's in it, and he pulls up in the car like really quick to pick up Ryan Reynolds. He goes, "Tick-tock, motherfucker."
The absolute best quote in a Marvel movie is from Guardians of the Galaxy when Gamora is talking about how messy the spaceship is, and Peter looks over and goes, "Well, thank God she doesn't put a black light in this thing. It'll look like a Jackson Pollock painting."
Yeah.
That was the best joke ever in a Marvel movie. Period. End of story.
Yeah, they thought they took it too far. Kevin Feige was on that one. He didn't like that joke.
Well, yeah. And it stayed in there, and it made the movie good.
Yeah. Ken Jackman. I killed someone with a trident.
Yeah.
That escalated quickly.
You might want to lay low for a while, Brick. Find a safe house.
Yeah.
60% of the 60% of the time it works all the time.
Sex Panther.
Yep.
Sex Panther.
Yep. Most quoted movie of 2018, A Quiet Place. That was a good one, Philip A. Demick. Saturday the 14th. I remember Saturday the 14th, Brian.
Yeah. God. Yeah, I remember that.
Why is Gamora? That was a pretty good quote.
Do you know Tombstone's quotable too?
Oh, yeah.
You call down the thunder, you got it, and hail's coming with me. Fuck yeah, I love that movie.
He's down by the creek walking on water.
Well, bye. I love saying that to people.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Damn, that's you won't get a movie like that just because it's like that's a man's movie right there.
Tombstone?
Yes.
It's an excellent movie. I mean,
great movie.
Powers Booth, I miss him. He was great.
Yep.
Yeah, he was.
Actor.
I went to the OK Corral. I was so into that movie, I went to Tombstone. So
really?
Oh yeah, and the gunfight was like 6 guys, 3 on each side, standing about 4 feet apart, and it lasted about 30 seconds, and it was an execution basically. Sorry to ruin it for you, but yeah. And that, like, if you go to Tombstone, that's what everybody says is like, "Oh, Wyatt Earp is a murderer," and you can go to the graves of the people that got killed, and it says "murdered by Wyatt Earp." You know, it's, and then they do the funny graves too. You know, he drank too much and ended up in whatever funny rhyme you could think of. I can't.
Oh, the epitaphs, yeah,
they're hilarious, but I don't know if those are real graves. Probably not, but
no, they are actually.
Some of them are, but you can walk right into the OK Corral. It ain't much, but it's about as big as this room.
Yeah. I remember that they were kind of boxed in. There was no place really for them to go. So when the Earps showed up, it was like, yeah, you were actually there to kill them. You weren't there to arrest them. You were there to kill them.
Val Kilmer at his absolute fucking best. If I see a red handkerchief, I kill the man wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephen fucking Foster.
Fuck yeah.
You even had Chuck Heston in there too.
Oh,
For
yeah.
good measure.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of Chuck Heston, one of the I knew a girl on Gordon Street, Wayne's World. We need to. Can't we have some? I know this is a small picture, but can't we have somebody better? I love that.
Then Pooh Vacation's cousin talking about French kissing, and she says, "My dad." Yes, his dad says, "I do it the best."
Daddy says I do it the best. Yeah, that was Jane Krasinski. The she was the daughter. She was
my
Randy
God.
Wade's daughter. Yes,
That's right.
Yeah. For those of you playing our game at home, if you really want to be disturbed by it. So
yeah, that deserves a retro review. Fucking Tombstone.
Yep.
Yeah. Most definitely. All right, we should wrap things up, folks. It's 11 o'clock and it's ungodly o'clock where some of you poor people are on the East Coast and stuff. Hey, 60 people stayed with us this long. That was good. That was good. So, yeah, our next show will be, we're going to talk about Jack Ryan. Hopefully, Mrs. Nerdrotic will be joining us for that. She liked it. So I got thumbs up from her. I don't know if Dakota's still here, if he liked it or not. I don't know if any of you saw it. We're just covering one episode and it's part of our Nerdrotic premieres. And if it's like, if it blows us away, then we'll cover it. And it's only 1 a.m. where you are. Are you in the center of the earth, Mecca? Do you have a toothbrush there? Just asking. Or was that? And then Sunday we have Patreon hangout, and then we got nothing. So we might have to do a bonus stream on Sunday night. I think then I'll do the Nooner, and we got Better Call Saul, and Castle Rock is winding down, and that's turned into a goddamn good show. So yeah, there's no Preacher Sunday night or anything, so we'll have to find something to do on Sunday. So there'll be something Sunday. What? I do not know, but there'll be something.
Yeah, Brian Smart, PCU. I for some reason, and I told Susan this one, the blow me in the Pampers thing, for some reason popped into my head at some weird time, and I was like, where the hell did that line come from? And I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh shit, it came from PCU. That's what it was. Blow me in the Pampers.
What?
The summer is almost over. That's so freaking sad. But when you're this old, does summer matter anymore? I mean, like, it's I thought summer just fucking started. Okay. I was like, what the hell? I was just at Comic Con with Dennis.
Yeah.
And you were.
Yeah, I was. Yes. Kids at freaking school, and and I got to work tomorrow. So yeah. And Tuesday. Yeah, maybe I'll do a Sunday rant podcast how pissed I am at work right now. Sure they'll love that. No, we try to keep it positive. I'm sure there'll be some like Star Trek Discovery news that I could report on, and we could definitely talk about like Captain Mikey Spock. That'll be fun. We haven't heard from, we heard from Doomcock this morning in a very funny video that you got to check out, but we haven't heard from. Maybe we should all get together, do something. I don't know. Just saying. All right. So, Susan, please plug your wares.
Okay, you can read me at 1428 Elm, Heroic Hollywood, and TV Series Hub, where I cover Lodge 49. You can also get me on Twitter at Susan on the Ledge, and Facebook and Instagram at De Facto Scribe.
Nice. And I shared the link before. I'm going to put it in description. She did a brilliant interview with the one and only Bruce Campbell. And yeah, Susan's done a lot of interviews with Bruce Campbell. She's got a decent relationship, we'll say. Well, because he's a good guy. He's got a good taste in people. And we're glad to have Susan back. We missed you last weekend, Susan.
Well, thank you. I missed you guys.
Rough. It was a little rough.
Yeah, I had to deal with him the entire time.
Yeah, I know. I'm so hard to deal with.
I'm glad I had a couple of beers with me here.
Ah, that's good.
No, I'm kidding. It was only 3.
It was only 3. You're seeing our wonderful patrons here. We have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/nerderotic, where you get stuff. You could be, you could just tip us for $1. We have a $1 level if you just want to support us, but you do get exclusive content. $5 level, you get 3 exclusive comic books to my old comic store, the Comic Outpost, that they may be worth $1 or $2. They're fun to read, whatever. They're collectible. They got pictures of my kid on them. There they are right there. If you join the $15 level, this is a representation of what you might get. You get some comic books, you get some magazines, and you get some action figures. It's like Loot Crate, except I give you cool shit. And it's, well, the only thing is, like, some of it might be used, but it's cool. It's good stuff. And if you join us for a year, you get 2 boxes. Okay. So, check us out on Patreon. I haven't been able to get to Patreon as much as I like. That changes this weekend. We're going to start putting up weekly content, and that's going to turn into more. So you're going to get more stuff. You're also, if you sign up for $5 and up, you're also eligible for a t-shirt by the end of the year, a Nerdrotic t-shirt. We're working on those. So it's lots of fun. You get stuff, and go to nerdrotic.com. That's our website. So we're also on iTunes and everything. All the links are on our website. So if you want to just hear us and not see us, which I would totally not blame you for, we are on iTunes and Player FM.
And if you still do the Book of Face or Facebook, we're on there as well. And you can join up on our page, and you can also sign up on our Nerdrotic podcast group. God, getting a little late there. And talk to everybody on that one as well. Yeah. It's always a good time there. And Brian Smart asked about the tribunal. How's the tribunal coming?
It's coming along. We had that one live stream, and we talked about it, and we need to do scheduling. We use 2 of most of us are here, or we're here. Mecca's here, and Tom's here, and I think probably waiting on me, because I've been working all week, so I haven't been really incommunicado with a lot of people lately, because I get home, I podcast, I sleep, I work. This weekend we're gonna hopefully talk about it. Doomcock is our leader on this one, though, so what he says goes.
Nyla Shadow asks, are you guys on MySpace? And Jody, you stole my thunder. I was gonna say no, but we are on Friendster.
Ha! I should, just because you said that, I'm gonna start a MySpace page for fucking Nerdrotic. I said, hey, the Comic Outpost one is still up. You can find it. There's actually some really dorky pictures of Dennis on that one. You could check out.
Oh, I have to.
Oh yeah.
Did I take some dorky pictures back then? I don't remember.
I mean, it's no different than today. I mean,
okay, yeah. So it's just a normal picture.
It's normal dorky. Yeah, I mean, just garden variety dorky.
You took down all the other pictures, right? The ones that.
No, the compromising ones. Nah, I figured nobody'd want to see those and blackmail us.
It's on MySpace, so it's like nobody's gonna actually.
Nobody's gonna. I hid it in the best place I could. MySpace.
There's only one place more secure. That's Friendster.
That's Friendster. Is Friendster still up?
It is. No, actually, I think it just closed down. If I remember.
I will say right now that I always thought MySpace was better than Facebook. Facebook's kind of boring. I just think it's boring.
It is.
It is. Except for our Facebook group, which is the greatest place on Facebook ever. So, like, when we could, like, that part where you can talk to each other is great. I don't know. I like YouTube. I see more people on fucking YouTube than I do anywhere else. I'm a big fan of the YouTubes, guys. You guys are great. Best chat on the net. Let's start thinking something. We got Ken, Jack, Ben, Mary Ashby, Jody, Ed Brewer. I almost said Susan Layton. Giovanni, Giovanna Dotlick. Okay, sorry, Giovanna. Nihilist Shadow. Mecha Random 42, Bad Bunny, the Cobra Viper. Welcome Cobra Viper, and thank you for the super chats. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you in here and engaging. It's awesome. I'm going to I'm going to school to be a teacher. My wife is a teacher, so yay, school matters. It does, Cobra. And
actually,
that's awesome.
He corrected it to summer matters.
Oh, summer matters.
Yeah,
to summer matters. It does for when you're still in the school thing, but yeah, it's just something I watch go by and my son enjoy. And then he complains when he has to go back to school. But summer matters and school matters. It really does. So congrats on being a teacher. It's good work right there. Proud of you. How's your father? And on Fox, Marcus Kahn, Rolo Cat 7, Fight Bot, Kirk Anderson. Did I say that name already? Carrie Dalton. I probably said that name already. Alien Renders. Midnight's Edge After Dark. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Always good to hear from you. Bishop Pax. Sorry. Thomas Smart. I did see David Hill in here earlier. Man of Action. And Johnny Pappas, our wonderful patron. And that's as high up as I go. If I missed anybody, I do apologize. We do. Minha. How's it going? If we missed something, please plop it in the comments and I'll get back to it as soon as I can. We do read your comments. Dennis, take us out.
Children of Earth, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out.
Crap, I totally forgot how to do something here. Sorry. I totally forgot to do the super chats. It's so much you got to keep track of. So all the super chats, Dakota Stanton, $5, Movie Finobi, $5, Mary Ashby, $2, Liberty and the Culture War, Dominic West is Batman, $2, Viking Bitch, $2, The Cobra Viper, $2, and $5. And again, welcome. His first super chat is a new subscriber enjoying your channel. That is freaking awesome. You're a teacher. I won't say the
nice.
Movie Finobi for $1.99. Thank you again for the super chats. Dennis, you took us out. Susan,
yes.
Say goodnight, Susan.
Good night, Susan.
May the small folks sing songs of your greatness. Ciao.